What's happening, everybody? A little gift with purchase episode. No big deal. Figured we'd jump on tonight. I missed the Girth gang. I've been out of town for the last week. Down in Florida, playing with the mouse, hanging out. And I thought, let's just jump on, see what happens. In the chat is a link, and if anybody wants to jump in, feel free. Brent will try to get here. He's got some work stuff going on, but he's gonna jump in. Hey, what's going on, Hive? I missed everybody. What are you gonna do? So, guys, how's the level on this audio? Playing with some new stuff. Brent just messaged. He's almost done. So, Hive, City, if anybody wants to jump in, I'm just kind of doing a rando here. The gift with purchase, you know what I mean? That's what we're calling them, the unplanned shows, GWPs. Music's loud, thank you. Appreciate you. See? Better? Let me know it's chill. Like we're kind of just talking. Is this all right? Oh yeah, CPA. Come on in, dude. I'll post the link. Yeah, look, if anyone, I'm kind of doing a Hive. I see you out there, Hive. If you're available, I'd love to have you. I'm kind of doing a little, it's not a Hive stream because there's only one Hive stream out there, but I figured let's jump on it. If people want to come say hello, come say hello. There it is. There's the link. Let's just hang. I mean, look, we need to catch up on a few things. I was playing with the mouse down in Florida. Great times. Shout out to moms for treating me and the kiddos and my wife to a lovely Disney vacation. We'll talk about it more on a full show. We'll talk about it tonight. I don't know. Fat Daddy Bricks, how you doing? Guys, how's the levels on this? Is it too loud to be talking over? Let me know. Just trying some new stuff here. Spiffy new shades. I got the new metas. They're so much better than the first ones. It only does vertical video, but we'll give it a whirl. Doors open. Anybody wants to jump in? I just figure we'll start this thing. We'll see where it goes, and if I got to carry it for a minute, I will. So, let's get this going. Down a little bit. Let's go to the Lego store, boys and girls. I have no idea what's happening on the side. I've been jumping in a little bit. We'll bring this down a little bit. All right, so we'll have CPA joining in a few. Invites out there if anybody wants to join. Especially if I know you and you've been doing this stuff. Feel free to use the link. I don't know if it's... Guys, am I doing that right? Is it clickable? Is it clickable? Let me see here. All right, let me get this out there. I think I did it right. Yeah. There you go. All right, boys. Hive is coming in. All right, well, let's carry this thing before my friends get here to bail me out of doing this on my own. I've never done one of these things by myself. We'll give it a whirl. Here we go. CPA in the house. How you doing, CPA?
Am I on? Am I all live? Can you hear me?
You're a little low on the vol, but yeah.
Let me turn it up. There, how's that?
Better. I'll turn turn me up in the dude. CPA big night tonight. Padawan's up. He's gonna come on. This is why I like doing
Ooh.
GWPs. You know what I mean? You never know what the hell's gonna
Nice.
happen.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I've just been literally building Bionicle for like the past not full 24 hours, but 24 hours of being awake.
I saw
Literally.
you had a bucket of bots. You know what I mean?
It's the dream.
Are they robots? I don't even know.
They're you haven't seen the I'll be honest,
I'm not
I'm
trying.
only
I'm not.
7 hours through the 9 hour
All right.
video, but
All right.
yeah,
I'm not
yes, the
trying to
answer is
troll you, by
yes.
the way. I'm just saying I don't. I
No,
legit don't know what the hell those things are, and I can't wait. We got to do a full. You know what I think would be fun? Like maybe you and Duck like try to talk Brent and I into getting into them, and you know you're going to probably succeed. I'll end up with one of those things at some point.
well, Brent is already in. He's already all in, I think. Not all in, but
He's partially in. You know, he
yeah.
likes.
So
He's
here,
like the guy that's like kind of friends with everyone. You know, as far as Lego themes.
I'll pan across the kingdom of what I've done so far.
All right. Yeah. By the way, Padawan, I know you're watching Survivor Series. Again, guys, anyone who just wants to come in and say hello, you can. The link is out there. Come in, say hi. Speaking of wrestling, if you guys know wrestling, we can do it Rumble style. You come in, you say your piece, you can bounce. You know, you don't have to hang the whole night. It's all good. CPA, people are saying you might be on the wrong mic. It doesn't sound like your normal quality. I don't know what's going on there. You're like low.
Yeah, that is the. How about that one?
Yeah.
Is that a little crispier?
There we go, guys. Dubs in the chat for the crispy CPA. All right. That's
That's
so
better.
CPA, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I've done one thing. I'm embarrassed, but I was at Disney with the kids and the whole night. It's not excuses, okay, sir? Been a little biz. We were driving all over the universe from North Carolina to Florida. I participated in one Lego deal using the last of my, some of my VIP, some gift cards. I got the Lion Knights for 300. That's my one strike.
Okay,
that I did. So I'm happy with that.
it's a pretty good one. Yeah, because that was $100 off.
Yeah. And then I got, what was it, 3 G dubs right on that? So that's good.
Oh yeah. So I tried to get the Guardianship, the original one.
I know, I missed it.
For $95. I stayed up till midnight to get it. Was in a queue. Got back in at about 12:11 a.m. Got the order through, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, I got the email saying part of your cart is out of stock, and we hope we can ship it to you, but it's not going to be shipped yet. So,
man,
it hurts.
Because I've seen that. You have as well, right? It's been like 109, and I've almost pulled trigger. You've seen it. We've seen it low ones at Target. We're talking about the Guardianship. By the way, guys, if you're just joining, GWP, this is a bonus episode. That's what it means. We're not talking all GW. I mean, they'll come up, but this isn't show focused. Might have to go back to the drawing boards on this CPA. Everyone's like, hell yeah, I want to talk GWPs. So I'm just thinking of a clever
Girth
name.
with purchase, right?
Girth with, that's right. It's Girth with purchase. You guys get additional girth when you're subscribed to ACOP. So that's what this is all about. I don't know, man. I was itching. I missed a full week. It was very difficult for me. I could not stream from even though it was a luxurious, I got to tell you, hotel room, family suite with the. We're in the car.
I saw the Instagram post. That was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I showed the inside, dude, but it was like, it was like the 2-bedroom setup, with like Mater over there, and sure as shit, Lightning was over there. There's a fold out in the living room for the kids.
So it sounds like a pretty good size then.
It was cool, but at the same time, you're exactly not going to stream. Here's Walter here. Well, this is fun. All right, there he is. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thank you. Go on.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. Is my sound good?
You sound good. Unlike CPA, who sounded like straight trash.
Failure. I failed.
You're good. Welcome in, sir. Now, I've been saying it right. It's still pronounced Walter, right? Even though you have.
Yes, it is pronounced Walter.
Okay. I'm a little educated, just slightly. That's why I assume that. So, Anthony's here for the Girth with purchase. Walter, I don't know. Do you like it? We're just gonna. I think occasionally we'll just jump on with a rando stream. I know it's more of a Twitch move. It feels like, but I was like, let's give it a whirl. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I was just checking in on some stuff on the computer and saw it pop up randomly on my alerts, and so I was like, hey, you know, what's happening? And just as a coincidence, I just actually dropped my first YouTube video yesterday. It was like just a 2.5-3 minute intro. So dipping my toe in the water.
Guys, like and sub to Walter. Great member of the Girth gang. I see him in here pretty much each and every week, and comments and
It's exciting.
DMs and all that stuff. Good guy. I'm happy to meet you, and congrats on starting your YouTube journey, man.
Thank you. That's what I called it. Intro to the YouTube journey was the first one. So kind of dipping the toe in the water.
I mean, I'm coming up. I'm helping him with his titles and thumbnails already. So Walter, we got to ask you the burning question. You were listening, I'm sure. I've only made one perch, and it was a girthy boy. I mean, you know, the name checks out. I did get the Lion Knights. It's been on the list. I told myself, when you see a deal, now is there a chance you could maybe get it for less? Maybe, but dude, 100's 100, man. So 300 on that. And then 3, you know, what is it? 2 of the G dubs. I don't know. They're all pretty solid, truthfully.
Right.
And if I decide to flip them or whatever, that thing goes down even more. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
I've just been busy, and I'm like, and there's been some stuff where and CPA brought up the one. That's the only other one too. I mean, because there's some stuff that a lot of the deal stuff I have or I've already passed on, and it doesn't. For me, 25 or 30 doesn't make me jerk the wheel, as I like to say. You know, 30%. I'm like, I wasn't interested. I'm not going to buy it just because it's 30% off. I have that restraint. If it's something that's been on my list, though, definitely want to pounce. I missed that guardianship for 95. I'm so
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm scared now. Welcome to GWQ.
Oh, it's in the background.
What's up?
Ooh.
Do you know Walter? I'm sure you've seen him around.
Have we met in person?
I think we ran into each other at Chicago for a couple minutes. But
I was like, yeah, we did. Yeah.
So coincidentally, I was looking at picking up that castle. I was working yesterday morning, and I was like, okay, $100 off. That's enough to pull trig, right? I mean, that's
pull
pretty
trig.
good.
Listen, I love it.
$100 off.
Pull the trig.
3 GWPs, like
G dubs.
Yeah,
and so they sold
like
out of it about half an hour before I got off and was able to get in there. But I did get the Avengers Tower with all 4 GWPs. Only downside, my wife is putting it under the tree, so I don't get to build it until the end of next month.
What was your number 4?
Hive, is that the real deal behind you? What is that? Is that a custom? What is that?
The real deal's right here, baby. What are you talking about?
I know. No, did you buy and build that already? What is that?
Yeah, dude. I built it. I started building it as soon as I got home.
Like legit? You bought that yesterday? That's the real one, right?
Dude, I've spent a little bit of money the last few days, man.
Proud of you, Hive. By the way, you know why I'm super proud of you, Hive? As soon as I said I got it for 300, I thought of you because I'm like, Hive's gonna be so fucking pissed. So thank you for being the bigger man and letting that go. Because Hive, by the way, Hive, to be clear, if this didn't happen, I would have done full 400. By the way, I would have, because you know it's a killer set. But Hive, Hive bought it, you know, and I was like, damn it, I bet Hive's a little bit salty on that. Not for me, but for the fact that Lego pulled that, you know.
Right. Well, you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm just glad to see this premium company, you know, doing all these discounts lately, man.
We got to get into that. I think it's a big part of the GWP. We'll kick it to our new friend Walter here. I mean, this is some people are saying they've done stuff like this before, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and then we'll swing it around the room to CPA and everybody. But I've only been around since 19, so we're coming on, you know, 5 years now in the next whatever year. I don't recall. I mean, the year I got into it, I'll tell you this. My first set was the Disney train, and I think there was like 5-10 sets with a little bit of a disky. There was, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, 45 pages of deals the other night.
Yeah,
I mean, have they ever gone this hard and this deep? And have they ever
more than I've ever seen?
Have they ever been as competitive is Target, Walter. Have you seen anything like this year with the
I
clearances?
have not seen anything like this before with the discounts, and I think what's happening is I think enough people spoke with their wallets in the last year with the price hikes.
Yeah.
Lego said, "Oh, we're not moving the merch. You know, we got to get this stuff off the shelves. We got to up our volume." I was talking to the manager at my local Lego store down here in Northern Virginia, and he said they did a week's worth of business yesterday. A week's worth of business in a single day with those discounts.
Yeah. No, and I believe it. And I've been around retail and I know how it works. And a lot of times you're just looking to get out from underneath it, even if you're break even if you lose a few bucks. You don't want to have dead money on the shelves. And Hive, you and I know we've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
I think this is a big sign of the course. This is the big sign of the course correcting that you and I have talked about a dozen times, I think. Your dream's coming true because they don't want this look of being hack and slash prices. I assure you they don't want this look, and I don't think this is going to happen next year. I hope not, because it's a bad look for them to have like a lot of flagship shit like 30-40% off. It's bonkers.
Yeah, we'll see. It depends on so many different things, and then it even depends on where you live out in the world, you know.
Our Euro friends are pissed, right? I'm seeing that chatter. Our friends in the UK, etc., are really pissed. They're like, we never see this, you know. And I'm like, screw you. Headquarters.
I just saw in the comment, hey everybody, what's going on? Everybody's talking about how fast I built that thing, dude. I was almost nonstop, and it still took me forever. But
you know
it's
how many hours it took?
I don't know for sure. You know, I'd have to really think about like compressing it. But I mean, my Lego store opened at 6 o'clock in the morning. Friday, right? Yeah. So
it's all a blur to you. You still don't know what day it is exactly.
So I got home by 7:30 in the morning, and I mean, I live like 45 minutes away from the place. And then I got home, you know, I kind of got myself together, whatever. Yeah, and then I just started going at it. So, you know, I've been streaming a little bit. I stream like, I don't know, maybe a tiny bit, but yeah, I've been watching everybody's stuff and just kind of going at it. But yeah, man, I just finished it up, and I still have to build like the little the skiffs or whatever, like that Loki's on or whatever.
Nobody cares about the skiffs.
I didn't even build the Quinjet either, because Mrs. Hive was like, you really should build it. And I was like, look, I understand as far as the display thing, how it, you know, but I was like, it just looks ridiculous to me as being as small as it is. Not that I'm trying to complain about it, but I just didn't even, I'll probably build it, but I needed the tower. That's what I wanted built, man. The tower, you know what I mean?
Listen, you already know, man. Those little things, they end up in like, you know, like I don't.
I will say,
little bins here.
There's a lot of
Girth. If it sticks to the set, I'm in. You start getting these flippy floppies on the side, I'm out. I don't care. Not my deal.
I will tell you though, that GWP that came with it has gotten a lot of hate, but there's everything in it is printed. There is not a single sticker in there, and they're nice.
Yeah. So I was thinking, I don't even know if I'll.
Where's Life Mix? I don't know.
I like it.
Come on, anybody can come on.
But is that hat in there the Avengers hat, like with Kevin Feige?
Yep. Yeah. So there's a second copy.
That's gonna be a hot little seller then, probably.
I need that
hat alone, dude.
Sig fig. I said I need that. I need a cool hat for my sig fig. Besides, you know, I have this one. This is the coolest hat I own.
Not only that, for me, I have 5 kids, right? So we start building the big sets, and I want to keep the nicer figs nicer, right? So having Chitauri and some shield agents, you know, a couple things like that, the Outriders in the little GWP, so my 4-year-old can scuff them up and trash them a little bit on the, you know, $2-3 figs.
I love you, Walter, but I wouldn't even give my kids those shit taris. You know what I mean? It's disappointing.
Yeah,
no, I agree though. Yeah,
I'm curious.
I build the set even on my daughter. I build the Disney stuff, and I'm like, Daddy's gonna take these.
I'm curious.
Here's your mini dolls.
How expensive, you know, this guy is gonna get this Vision.
He looks great. He's probably, I don't even know. We need a Figonomics. What is he? 30 probably by now.
I don't even know what he is right now.
I can
but
check
I mean,
real quick.
I just can imagine, just because of the special, you know, unique
Shy
molds and everything. Shy, what's up,
dude? Open house, Shy. We're just doing a GWP bonus episode.
Don't be shy.
By the way, can we give Shy a shout out real quick? I mean, I always have to do this. Great video today with his $2,000, I think, haul. Also sitting on a stoop. Greatest show there is.
Yeah, man. Sitting on stoop's good stuff.
Amazing show.
That show with Panfred. That's what pushed me over the top to actually post a video. That show with Panfred that he
Look
did.
at that, Shy. You're
Awesome.
making a difference. Our friend Walter posted his first vid because of you and Panfred.
No.
Fantastic episode. I loved it. It was a roller coaster. I did listen to that on the drive back today. Heartbreaking. You've told me a lot of this stuff. I'm proud of you for going public with some of this stuff. Man, dude, guys, if you're not subscribed to Sitting on a Stoop or Shy Time, like, I implore you, please go sub. It's amazing. And also sub to Walter, who just started a channel here. Walter, what's the channel name? Same as your screen name?
Yep, at Walter Limited.
Walter Limited with a T. So it's like Walther Limited, LTD.
Right.
Episode was fired. It was. Shy's like the very best, I feel like, in the game. And one day he'll get his due. Hivester. That's what I think.
And one of the best humans in the game.
More importantly, thank you. More importantly, one of the best. We're all cool or whatever, but Shy is like, Shy, man. What are you gonna do? CPA, sorry, we've been running around. You've got a
you're all good.
turtleneck on. I need you to talk to me about the deals. Have you ever seen this many and at this girth and at this velocity of deals that you've seen this year?
So I have to say, like, especially at Kohl's, the turtleneck discounts were pretty
Moments is
insane.
cool,
It was like 50% off. It was unlike anything I know. Like,
Did
I
you
mean,
take
I'm
that
not
cash
lying.
and-
I'm not lying. But
Did you get the Kohl's cash and just like cash in on a bunch of like mid-range 6-month-old to a year-old sets over there? Be honest.
I don't. Honestly, the Kohl's cash, it's like, I don't like how the stipulations behind it of, you have to go back. And Kohl's, I don't have Kohl's very near me, unfortunately.
Online, baby.
Yeah. I'm kind of like Brent, where he doesn't do online shopping as much, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Brent,
He prefers to go in and pick up the box.
he's an in-person Paula.
Yeah. I'm a little more like that lately with all these deals. It's, I'm not going to say no to that, obviously. But, the deals have been great. Thanks, Wolf. Deals have been awesome. And especially Facebook Marketplace, I know that's not really Black Friday related, but it's just been a great season. And my wife isn't.
You're what? I'm sorry. What is it?
My wife,
You're
she's
still
like, all right,
trying it
let's,
on. How does that feel, brother?
still working on it. But
Shout out to CPA. Was recently married, by the way. Everybody in the chat. More dubs for CPA. She
almost
seems
2
very nice.
months. I'm still married, almost 2 months.
Now, CPA, real quick, I have to interject. That's what I do.
Once you
It's
get past the first
horrible-
10 years, man, you're good.
That's what I've heard.
It's a horrible trait of mine. I always interject. I'm sorry. But listen, Hivesters heard about this. Walter, you've been listening. You've heard about this. We got to do a wives show, man. We have to. Like with four of us, 4 wives. Hivester, I know you're saving Mrs. Hive for maybe a special appearance. I understand it.
Dude, she's talking about coming to Chicago.
I heard. Once she's cool with it, now the open, she's obviously welcome on the panel, but I would love to get like 4, Brett's wife, my wife, like whatever. Just we'll keep it, reasonable. Because I don't like having 70 heads on my screen. I have limits. But I would love to do like a wives show. My wife's actually like, yeah, I would do that. And I just want him to like rip us a new 3-bed, 2-bath asshole, like right here on the screen. Like just to talk about the fact that what you can't see behind me is like, and then in storage and and I think the biggest complaint will be like, I already know it. She doesn't care if I get the stuff. She's like, what are you gonna do with all of it? I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was a good deal, By the way, someone else has been putting in major work. I want to call out Stud City real quick. Dude,
yeah.
Stud City, dude.
Dude, City is like,
I've been keeping up with all the
who was the hardest worker? Was it Sammy Davis Jr. or something? The hardest worker, or James Brown? It was like one of these guys called the hardest working man in show business. Stud City has been like, I mean, I'm at Disney. I'm running around and riding Tron. Hive, I wish you were there with me. Dude.
Yeah,
you deserve to ride Tron more than I did.
I was feeling that.
Dude, where was I at? Anyway, I'm in line. I'm sucking on a fucking churro. I'm drinking a $7 Coke, living the dream. And every 10 minutes, he's posting like deals and then he's going live and he's doing this and he's doing that. And Tyler's on there like doing shots and like all this stuff. So I do want to say the most tremendous coverage of all these deals going on. Shout out to Stud City. And by the way, we're talking about maybe doing something next year, like 24 hours of savings or something. Like we could like pass the baton. Like, dude, I found all the savings I can right now. Let's pass the torch over to somebody else.
Mhm.
Like the little what I say, relay, whatever, something like that. Because I'm like, I'm not doing 24. I don't know. I've been tempted, but I don't know. Stud City is the Lego community hype train. He is. He's a great promoter of spending money.
Yeah, dude. I just realized not too long ago that shirt he's been wearing, swipe the card. I'm like, man, like, dude, you're really pushing it. It's like,
well, it's weird because Tyler
swipe the card.
Well, Tyler does chip the card. I'm like, I don't know who started it first. We're gonna get into that. I need to figure out.
Find out.
Oh man.
By the way, don't let me forget. I do have an exclusive teaser for everybody tonight on our first sort of partnership that we're doing with Brickshell Cases. Hive, I'll send you the full McGillicuddy behind the scenes, but
Okay.
and you guys, of course, but I've seen a prototype and I'm very excited about it. We're gonna have our very own case for ACOB. It's a little nug. Great guys over there. I can't believe this is happening. We're very excited. We're gonna have an ACOB inspired figure case, the very best on the market. Guys, you can look. You guys know I'm always Hive will tell you CPA. Walter's known me a little bit. I'm completely unscripted. I love what I saw with I actually reached out to them, so it wasn't like, well, we're dying to work with ACOB. I'm like, I need to work with you, and here's why, because shit is crazy with what they're doing. Magnets, highest quality lasers, the form fitting cut. The prototype's arriving tomorrow, Hive. So the one we're actually going to, not a proto, I'm sorry. The finished product is arriving tomorrow for review. And if it passes, we will have it on sale very soon. It's going to be a very limited thing. So I'm very stoked about it.
Man.
And you guys know I'm very particular with those. Keep picking on Hive, but I just Hive and I go back and forth on stuff. Hive is very particular about what he likes. I'm very particular about what I like. So just know it'll be the utmost quality. I do not F around when it comes out with putting our names on stuff. Let's see.
So the question is, will there be a size set up for your foosball tournament? Will you have a size to bring your foosball tournament team in?
I like that, actually. The first one will not be that, but I like where your head's at. Yeah, I like that. No, but there's so many ideas swirling around. I'm so excited about it. Jesus.
I got to get started on my mock, man.
Hell yeah, you do.
Later, Dave.
Rick's great random stream. We'll have to replay, gang. Got to go now. Got a group ride with my cycle club. It's gonna be 38 degrees in Perth. Sheesh.
Yeah, man. It's getting chilly, willy, milly, vanilla around here, man.
My wife wouldn't go anywhere near a stream. I hear that. ACOB Housewives new podcast. I mean, maybe.
No, my goodness.
The question is that 38 degrees Celsius or is that 38 degrees Fahrenheit? Because if it's in Australia, usually that's Celsius. So that's
Which is about 100 degrees.
Right. That's a hot ride.
Oh,
It's toasty.
oh. Yeah, man. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Because I watch so many videos from across all over the world nowadays, man. Everybody talks in kilometers and stuff. I'm like, what? How far is that? Like what? Like,
So I think I'm one of the few Americans that can really handle that kind of stuff because my background is I'm a Russian linguist, interpreter, translator. And so on the fly, we have to be able to do those conversions in our head while we're interpreting conversations. Because, most Americans, you start throwing out the kilometers and everything. And it's like, Walter, I have no idea what's going on.
We're going to put you on the spot then with the translation. Can you let us know in Russian that there were some heater deals on some girthy sets today?
Сегодня были очень горячие deal. Excuse me.
Is that vodka?
Можно было купить так много хороших, огромных кубиков сегодня. Отлично вообще.
Guys, Dubs in the chat. That was great.
I'm convinced.
Look,
That
I have
sounded
no way
legit to me.
I have no way to check for accuracy. All right, next question. When Drago's yelling like Yasav Ya, was he really saying for me? Is that what he was saying?
Yes.
Confirmed. The guy is legit. All right.
So the funniest one is Hunt for Red October, Sean Connery, worst Russian I have ever heard.
I don't think he can ever get out of that Scottish accent, man.
Well, and the worst
Looking for
part
a
is
lot of
like,
shingles.
knowing what the dude is saying, knowing the words that are supposed to be coming out of his mouth, I can't identify some of them. It's that bad.
Dude, this might come in here. We got Walter knowing the Russian. We got to think of how else to utilize this. So he could call in upset about people like UK is upset about their lack of sales. Like what even happens in Russia? You know what I mean?
I don't know what's going
Hey
on.
guys, we have
Like,
a
give us
problem here.
Tetris again as a GWP.
I don't know if Lego is really a big thing going on over there right now. I don't know.
We were trying to get GWP. Nobody sends it to Mother Russia.
There you go. Tremendous.
Gotta go next door to China.
Stud Lake, Cody, welcome to the show, sir.
What's up? Thank you. Do I sound like shit, or is that all right?
You're mid-range, I'll be honest.
All right. I appreciate the honesty.
You're mid.
You're not as crisp as me, but better than CPA when he came
when I
on.
All right,
started.
we'll make that work, I guess.
You don't sound like we're in a McDonald's.
That's the bar.
breakfast, so you're good, man.
I appreciate it.
Welcome to the show, sir. We were just kind of going around the room. Have you ever seen a year of Lego deals like this? It's been incredible.
I mean, I haven't seen it start as early as it has this year. I mean, I feel like throughout the year, the 20% obviously are automatic. I feel like, this year, maybe we've seen it, hold off a little longer on the newer sets. I feel like the past couple of years, that set will come out a month later, 20%, and it would stay at that 20% until, retirement. But I don't know. I feel like this year they've held off, a little bit longer, but, if you're patient, you still see that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just think, like Prime Day, you'll get a rando, like it was just the amount and the breadth and the choices was just like crazy. Like, I'll give you an example. Like Razor Crest, the small one, maybe 2 years ago, like randomly $89 one day, and I knew my brother-in-law wanted it, so I just bought it because I was like, "Oh, that's crazy," But like, I guess it was 14 pages. I said 45 earlier. It was 14 pages of Lego. Now, again, to clarify, we've all seen Amazon do wacky shit. We've seen Target and Walmart do wacky shit. And to be clear, the difference is, Lego already sold that stuff to them and already made their dough on it. And this is them unloading it. Now, I don't know if they're having to shore them up with like sort of funding some of those discounts. I don't know that. But the fact that like Lego themselves has gone that deep on their own, products on their own website is just bonkers.
Well, I think even like the Black Panther bust and some of these soccer stadiums too. I mean, these are big sets that have been on sale, $100, $200 off for months and months and months on end. I don't think we've seen anything like that before.
Yeah, and fast too, right?
Mm-hmm. And like you said, buy Lego themselves, not not Amazon, not Walmart, not Target. This is straight from the horse's mouth.
I mean, CPA, that's always been the knock, right? That Lego was getting their clocks cleaned when it came to promo. If they didn't have GWPs before, like they had nothing.
And something I'm wondering is, and I was just going to look it up on Brickset of it feels like, and just kind of a gut check, that there is so many more sets in general this year than there's ever been before. Maybe that's not true. Maybe it's just marginally more, but it just feels like it's probably a fact. Yeah. There's so many more options on the shelf, and so Lego's maybe spreading themselves a little thin. And so our wallets aren't going as far with inflation and price increases and just too many more options.
Yeah, I mean, I was grabbing like, might have been 22, where I was grabbing like, the set of the month. You know what I mean? Like the hype set of the month, unless it was something that was like way off course for me. I remember there was a stretch where the order might be wrong, but it was like DeLorean, Optimus, something else. And I remember I did like those 3 and it was fun. And I met like Shy at the mall for some of them and all that stuff. And then I distinctly remember that summer, I think it was 22, where they did this like wacky back-to-back of the Panther bust and the Hulk Buster. And I was just like, luckily, seriously, I didn't want either one of those. So it wasn't too hard there was no big FOMO there, but I was just like, I'm glad you guys really came over the top with something crazy right now, because there's no way on earth. Oh, and I think in that same time frame was the foosball table, which I did end up getting on sale, but it was, but what was it, $250 at release? And I'm like, you guys have lost your minds.
Well, that was like the price increases they did about what,
yeah, but
2 years ago now.
Yeah,
it's one thing in normal,
yeah.
Even with inflation and other types of costs, to do like a price range or price hike that's in like the single digit percentage range. But when you start dipping into the double digits, man, like what are you doing? Because you're not going to go back down in price. So you're backing yourself into a corner. And that's why we see so many sets on sale. Not just that I'm talking Lego on .com, which now they even have a section you can click on that says like offers and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then at my Lego store, they've just never gotten rid of this little section where they always have like sets for like 20% off and stuff. I know not all Lego stores are the same, but mine has just been like that for, I don't know, man, years now. It's been at least a couple years. It's been like that.
Mothra says we'll be lapping up those sales. It's all profit. It is, man. But there's a certain point where when you're known as a premium product and your stuff is on sale more than it's not, which I feel like it has been this year for a lot of stuff, it's not a good look, man. Believe me, they're all about appearances over there. They have to be.
I feel like they're also spending pretty frivolously too about a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah. So
I think it is interesting to CPA's point. 2022 was actually the big hit. If Brickset is accurate,
it's been the last 3 years, right?
Yeah, they had 972 sets is their all-time high, which is more than 100 more than 2019, and they've dropped it back to 885 for this year. So I mean, they backed off 100 sets this year from where they were last year, which is a pretty big deal. I think they realize, and I think they also have realized and are doing some tests with like the hoopty and things like that. Like, okay, how much will people pay? And the hoopty has obviously fallen flat at the $90 price for a $40 set.
Even when it was on sale like this weekend or whatever for
right.
like 60, 70-ish or whatever, I'm still like,
Right. Yeah. If they'd put it at 60 and we'd gotten the typical 20% rollback, it would have been like, all right, I can bite at low 50s, but like 90 is like, you're kidding, right? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of them like that. And look, I don't go by just price per piece. I kind of use it roughly. It's kind of a rough estimate thing. But I also know that there's molds, there's printed pieces, new molds, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, they did definitely jumped a lot, man. That's for sure. And they were already known to be kind of expensive. You know what I mean?
Right. And with things like the hoopty, like, okay, $90, it had better be for the size of the set that you're getting. It had better just be a banger, right? But you have 3 figs that are complete reuses and a 4th fig that's like, it's exclusive, but it's like, all right.
Yeah,
so it's like there's nothing in that one that justifies it.
Well, and also I think the other thing too, is Lego's in a really interesting position because so there's the whole aspect also of the economy, and I don't know about the rest of the world. I can just speak for America, you know what I mean, right now. But like just everything is more expensive. Like everything is more expensive, and usually wages aren't really keeping up with, the prices and all that. Inflation has also been pretty bad lately and stuff. So other toys are either cheaper or they're more niche towards collectors, like you get in the Black Series or Funko Pop type stuff. You know what I mean? Where Lego is a premium product, geared more towards children, even though like obviously adults welcome, you know what I mean? And then there's like all of us and stuff. But like it's for the most part they're kind of geared towards young kids, right? So yeah, they're in a really weird predicament where parents, when stuff is on sale, it's fine, but again, like we were just talking about, like if you keep putting your stuff always out on sale now, what is it going to do to your image, your brand?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, I will say I was listening, but I will say it's hilarious, and I'm like, my big perch of this season was like, man, I really rolled them for the for the Lion Ice Castle. It's like I still spent $300.
They're like, oh man, yeah,
Dude,
you got me.
I got $180 off this with insider points.
There you go. No, and so that made right. So we all lie to ourselves and say, like, it was $320.
Right.
I'm with you.
Right. Yeah,
I that 180.
I dropped $25 was all I dropped on my Avengers Tower yesterday, and I was like, sweet, $25. But then I started thinking, like, ooh.
All the money
$475 worth of 5% backs.
Do you want me to tell you how much you spent to get that?
Oh god!
Well, thankfully there was a lot of like 3 times and 4 times bonuses in there. But
I did get
it's rough when you think about
You
it.
spent about $9,500.
Yep, sounds about right.
I was gonna say I got several thousand points just in the instruction manuals, man. You know what I mean? Because I've never thrown any of mine away since I came out of my Dark Ages. So I've got like 5-ish, 6-ish years worth of instruction manual, so that definitely
to put it down.
And then I bought that.
You're like, what? Doing the instruction manuals, it's like kind of like mowing the grass. You know what I mean? It's something that sucks.
I just still
was a kid. That's how I got new games. When I had to get a new game, I'd mow the shit out of some lawns.
And then I bought the freight train for Insiders weekend, so I got 4 times point on that. So I got almost 6,000 points.
Which train?
Last weekend? The new freight train.
Freight train.
Yeah, okay. Cargo train. Yeah,
cargo.
Yeah.
Dude, I definitely before it's gone. A huge train guy. I don't talk about it much, but there's not so many I get them. I'm not getting Hogwarts. I did see it for as low as I want to say like 3 or 350. I'm like, I still don't care.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, joining the show, an ACOB legend, first ballot Hall of Famer. He is very much a part of ACOB. What would that be? East, I believe. These are UK brethren. This is Padawan HQ.
Hi guys.
Locked the boys shirt off. Fantastic looking.
Thanks for having me on. Last minute.
Padawan, you're a WWE. We should call you like Cobb UK. We have to come up with a name over there.
Yeah. Like licensing deal, yeah.
Dude, he looks busy. Did you just get home with more boxes of boys? I swear you buy more than anybody. It's insane.
Well. Is my audio good, by the way?
I think it might be on the wrong input, like mine was.
I'll be honest. It's a little mid tier. We gotta.
Right. This is my first time setting everything up, so you gotta work with me.
It's acceptable,
Okay.
I'm not too much of a snob. CPA though, like he was in a wind tunnel.
It's not. It wasn't my first time.
Water
still,
like pretty soon. We're all gonna have to
get
go
it
through
right.
like this filter to get to the stream. Like it's gonna be testing your audio and your.
I love
really,
it.
it really should.
I know. I watch CPA streams, and it's like he's straight out of an Apple commercial. He comes on our show, and
he's looking really distinguished though with that turtleneck.
Great turtleneck. So
making me want to go to Kohl's.
Padawan, welcome to the show, dude. So good to see you. So good to meet you finally.
Yeah, brilliant.
I got to ask you: is there? It seems like our brethren, over the pond, as we say, are very angry at the lack of deals. Are you agreeing with that? Are you seeing what's going on here? Are you angry about the deal? I mean, maybe not angry, but do you wish you had them there as well, or is it true there's no deals there? It seems like you guys get deals. What's happening?
Oh, no, 100%. We get deals, but we don't get them on nowhere near the ferocity that you have them. Like 40-30% off seems like normal for you. I mean, I'm lucky if I'm getting 10% off on Amazon or Black Friday, genuinely. So
wow.
So I was gonna say, well, I wanted to buy Rivendell, so I ended up buying Rivendell full price Jones on Lego.com when it was Insiders weekend, so I get double VI points and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I was waiting to see if I could get it on Amazon. Amazon's Black Friday deal was 9%, and it was like it wasn't worth it with the double points and the GWPs. It was actually better to buy it full price, and I was just like, but sometimes you'll get a clearance where you might I got about 10 boxes of boys from one of our local supermarkets for about £5 each. So what's that? About $7 a pot. I got back. But that's the best thing I've ever seen. Like, never seen
Best thing
anything
that
like
ever
that.
happened to you, quite frankly.
Yeah.
That is pretty incredible, but I imagine it's also pretty
By
rare.
the way, as Padawan's talking, Hivestar, I can't help but two things. One, we got to plug our good friend over at London Bridge Bricks. You know, he's going to be having his 200th. You're going to be on there, Hive. Very emotional episode. But as Padawan's talking over here, I'm like, we're kind of having like a little mini London calling here. I'm very excited to have
I will say, us Americans, we are very, very lucky with our Walmarts and Targets, especially Walmart, because we get rollbacks like all the time. You know what I mean? Just kind of on the regular, and then we get mad clearance. So I feel for you across the pond. You know what I mean? You guys definitely.
Somebody's pounding or tapping something. I don't know what's going on, but it's like it sounds like a can is rolling around.
I heard it too.
I'm sorry, I'm a sound snob. I want our audience to hear all of our luxurious voices. Yeah.
So on to what you just said about like Walmart, for example. So we have Asda over here, and it's owned by Walmart. So it's an offshoot of Walmart. It's the UK's biggest supermarket, so it's effectively a Walmart. But we never get deals. Never. Currently, boxes of boys are £22, which is like $26, $27.
Sheesh.
John, I wonder if it's because they don't have competition.
Who's that? Over there?
You know, he's talking about over there, the store.
I don't know, because I know a little bit about the scene. Like Argos is kind of known as a deal thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Amazon,
like,
as you'd
we
call
have
it.
like so many that they compete with each other a lot. You know what I mean? And
I wonder if a
Right
little
by
bit
the
of it
motherland
has.
where they build the stuff. That's the thing that's confusing to me. I would have thought it would have been cheap.
I agree.
Like I get my luggage over there when I'm over there. Like there's certain things that are made in Europe that you buy, you know, and you get them duty free and all that. And I don't want to get into the whole thing, but there's like you usually realize a savings when you buy stuff that's like made over there.
But we have a lot of factories over here at this point now, don't we? In the U.S.
Yeah, we do, but the Mexico factory isn't
Illinois,
supplying Padawan.
And they got the one in Richmond that's being built right now. Or is that the distribution center? I don't know. Is the factory and distribution?
No, that's that factory in Richmond is actually they're in building the Lego factory right now, but they've rented a facility next door to where, and they're actually starting to produce there in Virginia already. They've already got a small line running.
Because every single thing I order from Lego online always comes from Illinois.
Same
To me.
Yeah, same.
Romeoville.
Yeah.
And I finally get it.
I always know what it is, man.
By the way, I finally get it in a reasonable amount of time now that I'm in North Carolina. When I was in LA, because like Shy would tell you, like, we'd order something on the first. I'm not kidding, COVID or otherwise. It was like the middle of the month. It was crazy.
Wow.
It's like 2 days here.
You know something I need to take way more advantage of is Rakuten. Is that what it's called? Rakuten?
Yep, Rakuten.
Dude, every single time I order stuff and then I look at it and I'm like, damn. Why didn't I? Because it's like, oh my god.
Yeah. I forget.
Where are they based?
Yeah, you're already doing like weird math in your head, you know? Like
yeah, man, because stuff adds up. Because it's not like we don't just buy it once in a blue moon. Dude, I buy Lego almost like I buy coffee, man. You know what I mean? And I got that Dunkin' Donuts app, man. So, you know, it's like I should totally be taking advantage. Just like at Target. I mean, I know I could dig them up, but like you could still do the receipt thing, right?
Yep.
And I
sure can.
never think about doing that either.
I tell you what,
I
speaking
just bought
of
one.
Target, just saying, speaking of Target, I took advantage of your Black Friday deals with
That's some good
the
ones.
187 fighter tanks, $25.
Dude,
That's
So
right.
So my folks were on holiday in Florida, and I said, do us a solid, stick about 5 fighter tanks in your luggage and bring them back, and that's exactly what they did. So I've got 5 fighter tanks for $25.
man, you do what you gotta do,
get them
man.
now. You cannot get them here in the UK now. Like they are non-existent.
no
Dude,
box.
Lego's
right?
a crazy
No box.
market, man.
No, they brought the boxes back. I've got all the boxes.
Wow.
They
Oh, wow.
specifically bought another suitcase so they could get it all in to bring it
Oh
back.
my word.
I just saw that Clever Pig said Canada comes from Illinois too. I didn't even know that, man. But I guess it makes sense. It's North America. I mean, you know, but yeah, I just for some reason I thought there was a whole different place they would get theirs from.
I do wonder with the difference between the European and American prices, if we don't get a little bit of a break because the European prices already include the tax.
Yeah.
And so when it looks like it's about the same price, then we add another 10% on, or whatever your area's tax is, if you have a sales tax. And so getting 20% off and then adding back 10% sales tax actually puts you kind of in the same range again. So I wonder if we don't see a few more sales. I know we see some crazy deals that they don't see, but I wonder if that doesn't compensate a little bit for like the rollbacks and things like that.
Well, I feel like it's probably a little more complex than that, but I get what you're saying, because in the bigger picture. But yeah, when I think of it immediately, like let's say over in London a set is $80, right? Well, that's including their tax. Yep. Whereas ours is, I don't know, we'll say $100, you know what I mean, or $95, and that's not including tax. So, yeah, that just makes me mad when I think about it. So I'm gonna just, I guess, think about something else. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
no,
cool.
It's good. No, I gotta tell you guys, like, smart discounts and funding discounts is a complicated thing. It's what I do all day, every day with big retail, and I've seen it a few times in the chat. I called this out last year. It still didn't happen. I'm shocked. I'm not right all the time. I know things, but I'm not right all the time. Dude, this Costco thing, it's insane. Everyone's like, like, oh, can't wait for the Costco deals. Guys, I'm telling you. And I know Costco is set up to like break even, maybe like make a little margin, because their whole model is the membership. For those of you that don't know, Costco just wants to sell you a membership. I'm not saying they don't care if they make any margin at all on the rest of the stuff, but they kind of don't care. It's kind of like CVS. You guys,
I did the whole thing about their hot dogs and stuff.
Yeah, like CVS doesn't really. When you go to CVS, just to be clear, they don't give a shit if you buy anything in the big store area. They only care about the drugs. Like, so think about it that way. Like, the other stuff is like window dressing.
So they purely got volume. Is that how Costco works?
No, Costco works purely off the membership. Everybody that goes to Costco, I think it's 50. We'll call it 50. I don't know. I'm sure there's promos and all this stuff. But everybody that goes there pays $50 a year. So if you can get, I'm just making up a number. I'm sure we could Google it. I'll just make one up. If you can get 100 million people, 50 million, 10 million, doesn't matter, people, to pay $50 a year for something, that's a great business model. Because remember, that's air that they're buying at that point. The membership is pure air. There's nothing other than the 50-cent card they give them. And now that's digital, so whatever. My point is, everybody that's always high-fiving about Costco, they're like, man, I can't believe I got the Advent for $4. It's like, that's cool, and we should celebrate that, but like, that is not sustainable for anybody. Like, I'm telling you, like, enjoy it now, because it's such a bad model for everybody involved. Costco only looks to make 15% margin. So I already know they're taking a loss on that if they sell it for more than 15-20% off.
Again,
I know they started 20% off. So when I say that, I'm sorry, it's 15. So on $100 set, they sell it for 80 on day one, right? That's part of the appeal to them. So they're getting it for like 15% less than that. So they're getting it, what is that, $12 off of that? 68. So like, I know they're losing their ass when they're throwing BD1s out there last year for $32. Like, it's just not sustainable. Like, I understand that draws people in and that gets people to renew their membership, but you can't go that far in the red. Like, you just can't.
Where are they getting those sets? Are they getting those from Lego? Or I thought I heard sometimes they're getting them from other retailers in the area.
It depends on how far down it goes, the chain. You know what I mean?
They have a direct relationship with Lego.
Because like Walmart, because I've asked
too much quantity. They're getting them in pallets. You can't palletize from. Here's how I definitely know. Because first of all, if they were buying them from some other entity other than Lego, like, that's even worse of a deal than I've seen. Because Lego does not. They're going to charge that reseller out the ass for those sets, and so like, they're going to lose selling them to Costco. So there's no way they're selling them to Costco.
No, I mean, like, when like at Walmart, like, if sets sit on the shelf for so long, because I've inquired about like what happens to Lego sets that sit there forever, you know what I mean, like, and then they disappear because they obviously have to make room for new sets and stuff. So apparently, I guess then they get sold to like another store that sells them for cheaper, like a
Big Lots,
yeah, like a something like that. And then eventually, I know I've definitely seen this happen with some Funko Pops, but then eventually it doesn't sell, it just goes to landfill. I don't think that really
Yeah.
happens with Lego because I think there's just too many of us that scour the world for cheap sets, and we go to Marshalls and whatever, Big Lots and all these random places, like, or even just local toy stores, or
So,
online. Like you mentioned,
interestingly-
Facebook Marketplace. That's a great place to get bulk
Depends on where you live.
random Lego, man. Well, yeah,
I lived in a place that was too big in LA, and now I'm in a place that's too small in Asheville. It's like there's nothing. I've had one or two marketplace miracles. Otherwise, I haven't seen anything crazy. But I know it happens.
Interestingly, some of that stuff does end up like at your Lego store. When they get done with stuff on the pad wall, if a piece doesn't sell out, they put it in bins and send it back to Lego to be recycled.
Yeah.
Like it goes.
that's good.
you know,
That's good. That's good recycling. That's a good
Right.
way
To
to
me,
recycle, man.
That behavior, Walter, speaks to the fact that they're trying to protect image a bit there, and that's why it's so
Right.
weird for me to be dropping your pants in front of the world on
Yeah.
Black Friday saying we made some major mistakes. Here's 40% off. Like,
But you know how they're gonna spin it, just like they do with a lot of other stuff, and just like any company, not just Lego, but like they're gonna spin it as like we're doing this for you.
They'll say economy.
Like happy holidays. It's not about we need to get rid of this stuff. Like we're a premium company. We're just trying to. We know we're trying to help you out.
they'll say economy.
100%.
They'll say they'll blame it on the economy, like most companies.
Because that's the whole
Well,
thing
and
with
I think-
purchases and stuff, that I've like, look, this is, you guys all know this, like they clearly know psychology. They have people that go to school for this stuff and marketing and all this stuff, you know what I mean? And gift with
Oh, yeah.
purchases, on one hand, it's a beautiful thing when you go to a store, you buy something, you're going there to buy it anyways, and you get this awesome thing for free with it, right? But then on the other hand, they know there's droves of us, man, that like will flock to the Lego store to just get something, to get those gift purchases, even if they're not for us, to flip them, investments. Then there's like the insider points, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just it's an interesting thing sometimes.
It also might tell you a little bit about where Lego thinks the economy is going next year. If they're like, we got to
wanna
move
get rid
all
of
of this stuff
Yeah.
during this season right now,
They have to see the
before
writing on the
economy
wall.
turns first or second quarter next year, and nobody's buying for the holidays at that point. That's driving sales, and so
Yeah.
then the stuff just rots.
And I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure. The amount of volume that they do D2C, meaning Lego selling directly to consumers, is very low compared to what they got going on with a Walmart, for example, or a
Yeah,
Target or whatever. Like they're selling a fraction of the sets. In our little bubble, we're all like Lego.com. They're
Well,
looking
I've heard
at that. It's probably 10. If Lego.com and Lego stores proper is 10% of their business, I'd be shocked. I don't even know if it's that much.
Shy or Mr. Hinkle or somebody who knows this a lot better than me, but I think I've heard that the Lego stores, and I don't even know if it's all around the world or whatever, but most of them they don't really make a big profit or anything. They just make enough,
Marketing.
you know what I mean? But it's more about marketing and
It's
that
impressions, yeah.
image and premium thing. And
And a lot of
no other
companies
toy
do that.
store has like their own store
Well,
like Lego does. You know what I
To
mean?
keep this in mind, dude, the biggest example of that is every single store in Times Square. Like, there's none of them that are profitable. They're just all billboards.
I
Period.
remember in Key West, that's what it was like too, because
Yeah.
the rent for the stores is so outrageous, dude, that
I mean, Toys R Us had a freaking Ferris wheel indoors in Times Square, and they made 1,000 bazillion other mistakes too, man. But like that was, they clearly, which was fine because again, every time, we'll go back in time here, but TRL and whenever there's a New Year's or any movie, like your shit is in, you're getting a lot of presence in there, so it's like impressions. That's the word I was looking for. You're getting a lot of impressions with that. So it's, it really is a piece of advertising. Sure, it was a functional story. You can go in there, but that's not what it was about. So anyway, a lot of this stuff, I think, on D2C Lego.com is probably a drop in a bucket. And that's why I was confident that they would never go that deep because it's such a small part of their business. That's why it concerns me, because it's such a small part of their business and they're exposing themselves. They shouldn't be doing that. It should be acting like everything's fine. I mean, these other Walmart and these discount chains are doing what they normally do, but they're kind of like, in a lot of ways, fessing up to there being some some problems.
So you think that's indicative of the retailer side as well? So if the small side is suffering this much, is the big side suffering just as much?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
So are you saying something stinks in Denmark?
Oh yeah. Oh, heads are gonna roll, dude. I guarantee it. Like, I mean, again, it all depends though. It's like economy thing is real. You know, it's just like how much can you miss by? If you're coming into forecast for a year and you're only coming in at 80%, let's say you have a target of $1 billion and you're coming in at 800 million. It's like, you know, there's so many different factors. You can look at year over year and whatever, and the economy and blah blah blah. But it depends. Again, who's at the helm? Will they allow the economy to be like the scapegoat for it? Will they look at execution? Will they look at, fuck, we overpriced these sets. We really overshot on what happened in 2020, and it seems like that's going to have to come to roost soon. I mean, it really that that sequence of releases last summer in 22, like if that didn't spell they had no idea what was going on and they're out to lunch, I don't know what to tell you. Padawan, you joined. We were talking about, you know, the Hulk Buster and that train for 550 or whatever the hell it was. Like, you're completely out to lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, I'm babbling at this point. My point is, like, I feel like the retraction of prices has to come soon, because I would rather just price things right than show myself as a brand. I would rather price things right than show myself constantly on sale. It is not a fucking good look. If you look at the doomsday of a lot of companies in the history of ever, when they become known as the budget or the deal, especially when they were like a premium thing before, it is your clock's ticking. It is not good. They do not like this look. I guarantee it. But they're doing it because they got inventory to clear and blah 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 blah. And I get that too. But they do not want to do this every year, I assure you.
Well, and I think that, you know, Lego themselves is more exposed than these other brands too. Because, I mean, if you see, you know, like, to back to the Funko Pops thing, if there's like, you know, $15 Funko Pop and it's, you know, Pete from The Office or someone, and they price that, you know, at $3 to get rid of it, you're probably still not going to sell that because nobody wants that pop. So you're throwing that away or giving it to Goodwill or whatever. But, you know, with Lego, you know, a $15 Angry Bird set, you put that to the same $5, someone's going to buy it. There's value in the bricks. There's still value there. I mean, we saw it with video, right? Video, they way overcharged for what it was. And I mean, that discount went deeper and longer than we've seen. I mean, they were still sitting on shelves at whatever we saw them at 60, 70% off, but eventually they sold.
I think what's interesting is, like, okay, so things like that were a total bomb from the outset, like video, like I didn't, and I appreciate you saying that stuff, like I do. I didn't put too much weight on it because it was clearly a mess and clearly a bad idea and clearly just horrible from the jump, right? It's like, okay, video went on sale. I don't think any of us were like, oh, Lego might be caught slipping. But when you start putting Star, MRF, and Wars on sale constantly, when you start putting your Girthy Boy signature Halo level sets on sale to the tune of 30% off, like, that's when I start going, okay, this is interesting, you know, like. Just I think they guessed wrong on, you know, the pricing of things, and they definitely guessed wrong on just some of the set ideas, and they also guessed wrong that, like, this gravy train is going to go on forever from 2020, and they're still like, they need to figure it out. And then compound that with the economy thing, it's very real. We're seeing it with what I do, and whatever a lot of us do, and so it's just like a perfect storm of a shitstorm for Lego right now, quite frankly.
Is it also just me, or is stuff not retiring as quick as it used to?
That's interesting too.
Well, look how big the last 3 years were. I mean, we've had 2,500 sets come out these last 3 years. Right now is the culmination of that. You have all the sets that came out this year still on shelves, all the sets from last year basically still on shelves, and some of the sets from 21 still on shelves.
Actually, I have the list of stuff retiring. I was gonna talk about it today, but I'm curious. End of this year versus end of next year, what's retiring? Because I feel like they need to clear a bunch of stuff out, And then even with the leaks we're seeing for 2024, at least Star Wars, it seems like same as usual. It doesn't seem like there's anything less than what I would expect. But I feel like number of sets it's going to be an interesting thing to watch.
Well, we're gonna have 2 R2D2s on shelves at the same time, so like, what's the point in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's another interesting call on that one, no doubt. All right, guys, we got 67 of you here. We got 45 likes. Can we get that up a little bit, please? I mean, this is a fun little random stream here. What can I say?
I've lost to what's going on in Survivor Series. Don't even know what's going on.
I'll do replay gaming on that.
It wouldn't surprise me though to see.
I mean, that's the only thing that really matters.
Not only so we saw a 10% retraction from 22 to 23 in the number of sets, right? We went from almost 1,000 to just under 900. And I think it wouldn't surprise me though to see it drop to back into the low 800s or high 700s and also see some of those prices reset.
Well, yeah, I wonder with the price thing too, because with the huge sets we're getting, that it feels like so often now, is that the price per year average, has that moved up as well?
Yeah, it had to have, right?
More than inflation.
Yeah, sure.
And I think that's where you might see the cut back in sets come more than the play scale sets, like the $35, $40, $50 sets are going to stay about where they've stayed. But I think we might not see a $500 set dropping every 2 weeks in the next couple of years.
Dude, Lego's doing everything they can right now to cut every single corner they can to make more money, whether it's putting CMFs in boxes, whether it's turning the pad wall cups into boxes, to cardboard boxes, dude, there's all kinds of little things that they're trying to do to dumbing down their sets. Look at the Star Wars ships over the last couple of years, man. TIE fighters and X-Wings, man, getting smaller and smaller.
Shrinkflation.
So the interesting thing with the pad cups is even more than the change from plastic to cardboard is the difference in shipping, because they've been paying for shipping so much air with those plastic cups. Their carton sizes are so huge. The boxes are flat. You can fit 100 of them in like a little tiny space. Yeah. And so they're going to cut their shipping costs probably to 10%.
Dude,
in production.
About this,
production of those.
We're going to see, unfortunately, more of this stuff as a result.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
And speaking as a guy with a 4-year-old and a 7-year-old, those mechs are fire. Like my little dude, I was watching somebody's video and he saw one of the mechs on the screen and he's like, "Dad, I want that." And that's what he's always building, his little mechs all the time. Like,
yeah, man. Like, I think they're stupid as hell, man. But look, if they bring joy to some people, man.
Well, remember,
and the normies drive the bus.
Yeah, and it's normies drive the bus. Sidious is out there, kind of people are arguing back and forth. Like,
I know, I saw his point, and
I don't have the metrics, but I do believe, they're trying to push the AFALs thing. I think they push it a little too far. They thought people were going to be lifers when they were just home and bored. There's some of us still around, but 80% probably plus of their business is things like mechs and city and $30-$40 your average Walmart ring is their bread and butter. These $500 super boys that we always blow up on here and all this stuff, that's not
I mean, but look at all of our backgrounds.
Well, I know, but we're weirdos, man. We're talking about
people like us. It's like
we're the 1%
senators behind us, man. I mean, like we got all kinds of smaller sets too. I mean,
right.
That's why I'm not sure if I totally agree with Sidious, because yes, I agree that is a huge and probably the biggest demographic is parents buying for their kids. But like,
100%.
There's a lot of A-balls and T-falls right now, man, that buy a lot of Lego.
Well, they do, and it's important because here's the thing. Hive, even if it's 20% of the business, like the guy who's overseeing that strategy, he can't afford to lose even 1% or his job's gone.
But I would say it's way bigger than 20%.
Okay, call it 50.
It's bigger than 20% on YouTube.
Do you think it's 50% of like what do you think it is?
Oh, I don't know, man. I really don't. I'm not.
Okay, well,
I don't want to act like
whatever.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. I just feel it's bigger than what people think, I think City's right. I think the parent demographic is bigger. I just don't know.
You don't know if it's that lopsided.
Yeah.
I bet it is. I bet it's less than 80-20. I bet it's closer to 90-10. Absolutely.
Well, the other reason too is because parents, I think, are getting a little priced down on some stuff too, unless again they find these clearance sets. But even the clearance stuff, man, is now the stuff that's on sale is a normal price of what it was basically a year or two ago. You know what I mean? So it's like,
so the thing that really drives my thought on that. So I was in the Lego store picking up the Avengers Tower yesterday, right? You walked in that store on Black Friday, and I saw in the probably 20-25 minutes that I was there, 2 or 3 people that I identified from our Northern Virginia Lego community, right? That are fairly regularly at the store for a Black Friday with all the deals going on. The store was shoulder to shoulder with people, grandma and grandpa with a stack of sets for their grandkids, mom and dad with a stack of sets for their kids.
There you go.
So that, you know, the 4 of us AFOLs that went in and dropped like $500, $800 a piece, that was nothing compared to grandma and grandpa buying $100 worth of sets for their 10
yeah, I forgot about grandma and grandpa, man.
Right.
Especially right now.
Yeah. So I mean,
If they moved $100,000
net-
worth of stuff this weekend at that Lego store, I would guess that 80,000 of it went to grandma and grandpa and mom and dad buying Christmas presents.
and I think the net of it is, guys, the reason we're seeing, I think, more evidence of the smaller percent of AFOLs is that's why we're getting these $500 sets on the regular seemingly now, is because it does represent such a small percentage that they have to get those higher rings for it to make sense for them. In other words, they'd rather just steadily sell $30 and $40 boys all day long, unless, you know, you can get a couple of those 500s tossed in there. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, the sales volume's out there. We did a show on it a few weeks ago. If you guys go to Amazon, you can see exactly what's selling, and then do the math. 3,000 sold last month times $16. 100 sold last month times $500. You know, it's like that's all they're looking at. I do think they need to take care of the AFOLs, and I think they've done a pretty good job overall as far as, like, definitely not ignoring and making more mature stuff and all that. But I just think they oversteered, and we're going to see it sort of retract back. I mean, we talked about the boxes thing. It's like, you know, they it's like they're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do. It's like,
Well, apparently not enough.
it's like
parents
either
are
a
buying
girl is
Lego
going to be
sets with
cool,
all these deals they've got
a
going
woman
on.
is going to be cool with their boyfriend, husband / whatever collecting Lego, or they're not. It doesn't matter what happens with the boxes. It's so freaking weird. It's like,
Oh man,
it's like, nah, girl, that's a modular.
it's a
What does that
primo
mean?
product.
Yeah, I don't know. And you know, they've lost a little bit of the flavor. Like, because I'm going back in time for a lot of this stuff. I'm looking at it, and it's like I wasn't even there, and it's like I have nostalgia for stuff I wasn't even around for. I'm like, God damn, it was so much better back then. like to me, there's some obvious moves, and they're doing some of it. They're leaning into Castle a bit more, which I think is smart. Like, dudes, boys, whatever, and it's primarily whatever you call it, what it is. But we're always going to be into like war and army building and shit. We always are. So it's like play the hits, baby.
Will brings up a good point, man, because he says, I mean, I think we're seeing all of these sales because of the credit card debt going over the limit in the U.S., and there's too much bankruptcy season with everything going up. Yeah, man, I think right now our credit card debt is, I can't remember if it's missing a zero. It's either 4 billion or 40 billion. I can't remember.
4 trillion.
Maybe
Is that like business as
I don't know,
usual
but it's
though, or
way more than normal. Like,
Oh.
I saw a graph on it, and it's like just skyrocketed in the last couple years. And yeah, eventually that stuff's got to get paid off, man. I mean, I just know from my own personal experience spending credit card, money, and it's dangerous because you're spending money you don't actually have.
did they break that out with like medical debt in? Because I would imagine a lot of credit card debt is medical related. Would that be a fair assessment?
I mean, the thing about medical, though, is most medical, I mean, it depends, it varies, but most medical doesn't get hit on your credit report like other stuff does because you can't help it if you have to go to the hospital. But that's not to say that people may not pay it off in credit card debt. You know what I mean?
Connect the Brick says it's 1.08 trillion by this.
Yeah, there we go. I was way off.
What's a couple zeros between
Lego's
friends?
How about we get to 2 trillion?
No, but the point is, like, I half jokingly said, "Isn't it a trillion?" It is. Like, that's
Yeah, maybe I don't know why I was thinking in the billions, man. Yeah.
Come on, Hive, swipe the card, buddy. Thought it was more. There you go. Yeah, and by the way, we always say this stuff, man. Like, buy within your means, blah blah blah. Like, don't FOMO, right? I've said it a few times. And it was during that summer of 22 when I started sitting them out, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm a happier collector and a happier everything because of it. Man, I swear, once you miss that first one, it's so much easier. It's sad, but it is. It's so much easier to go like pick and choose, and no one's gonna pat your back for being a completionist and getting everything. They're not. They're just not. You know when I learned this the first time? When I was in high school. I bought what I thought was a cool stereo system. The very next day, this other kid topped it, and I'm like, I can't.
It's over.
Also, a lot of us are friends with duck bricks, so you're never going to out collect duck bricks.
Right.
I'm trying. I'm desperately trying.
Good luck with that. I can still see your head in some of your wall. So,
too much wall.
Has anybody ever built something and then you see somebody else like
never going to have the dopest
just after you built something, they built something that's kind of similar but way better.
Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, you're never, keeping up with the Joneses. It's an old saying, but like, you're never, ever going to do that. And I swear you do it for you and set what I like to call collecting rules. And I keep revising mine, but I'm really trying to streamline into my main loves for the stuff because you have to. It's just responsible. And it doesn't mean you can't cheat. It's like a cheat day when you're on a diet, a little cheat day. Large pizza's fun every once in a while, but
yeah.
You gotta, like
I'm kind of surprised no one in our community has made a like an anonymous type group for us, like a Lego anonymous kind of group where we could go to just be with each other and be like, please, I need support.
Is that what this is? Little GWP?
It's a G-Dub. No, it's actually called a Hive stream.
We all want to go buy this stuff, dude. So
it's a Hive stream. You can't keep up with full price Joneses. That's right.
Right. The other good thing about if you miss one, then it pushes you back for the next one.
It's weird.
So that you have something to purchase that's not a day one purchase that might be on sale when the next GWP drops that you want. When people are always, I'm out of stuff to buy for the GWP, like, okay, how much money are you spending that you have everything of Lego that you want? That's my first question. Second of all,
by the way, real quick, good call out by Wilbert. Full price Jones is furious right now with all the deals going on. I mean, he's got
to be getting a new disposal every day right now.
Yeah, he throws them, he shoots them off. He skeet shoots sets. It's unbelievable. So yeah, guys, collect responsibly. I don't want to be like a dad. I am a dad now. God, I'm a decent dad, I think. But
you sound like Sam.
Collect responsibly, and I got to tell myself this stuff too. But here's an example how messed up things are. I grew up in Florida. I grew up and watched every space shuttle launch from the comfort of my backyard or the school, or we even drove the 45 minutes over to Cocoa to go see it. I still don't have the space shuttle. That's stupid. Like, I love the space shuttle, but it's like I need to prioritize things like that I really love, and sometimes the new hype thing comes out and you're like, no. I'm like, if I miss that before it retires, I'm gonna be salty. I will say in my defense, that thing's never on sale, hardly ever. So
that's the other thing that I found is I've had to stop buying clearance stuff because you see it and it's 60% off, 70% off, 80% off on some crazy clearance deal, and you pick it up and it's
you spend.
I didn't even really want that.
I think I know where your head's at because my dad had a term when we would go on vacation. And this sounds like a lot, but if you go on like a week or two vacation, my dad would give me $50 or $100, right, at the start, and he'd say, "This is it. This is what you get." And I talked to him about it when I was older. I was like, I always thought I was rich at the time. I was like, oh, $100. He's like, you wouldn't buy anything till the last day, till you saw everything, and da da da. He's like, otherwise you would dollar me to death. Dad, it's just $3. Dad, it's just $5. It's $7. It's $14.
Right.
It's this.
$300 later.
I know 100. A lot of you guys are laughing, but we're talking 80s, 90s. And Hive, Hive, when you had your first hundo in your hand, that was an emotional moment. You know what I mean? So I was like, shit. So my point is, and I pick on Brent about this a lot of times, it's like, yeah, man, you can go around and get these great deals, and you can go buy a $40 Ninjago set you didn't care about, and a friend's set, and a this and a that, and a Walmart clearance, and all of a sudden it's like, I got all this for $200. I still don't have that shuttle that I really wanted for $200. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not just how many sets they put out in a year, but it's also the timing of stuff, man. Because like I wanted to get the Batwing, you know, because I got the '89 Batmobile and I got it on my shelf and it would look perfect right above it. But every single time, man, I start getting enough money that I can actually blow it on.
You're distracted.
Something else comes up, man, like the new modular or
that's what Walter. That's what made me think of that is. You know, the shuttle I tabled and I'm still tabling it. I'm lucky it's not retired yet.
Like I'm trying to fit
Police
somewhere in the counter where I get
it.
that Venator, man. I'm like,
you guys know the police station's probably gone and I don't have that yet.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
pissed about it.
It's tough.
That's one thing that I love the Brickset's wanted list for, because you can put them into tiers on your wanted list. And I basically have told myself, like, you can't buy something off of tier 3 or 4 on your wanted list until you've bought the stuff on tier 1. And a lot of times the things on tier 1 are things like Rivendell or the Avengers Tower. That's like, okay, I'm not getting that, you know, $20 Ninjago set or whatever.
I hear that, Walter, but you also don't factor in the fact that your YouTube feed has 97 land members or ACOB or Hive or any of these guys on here like pumping the shit out of the thing that's coming out on the first. That's the problem.
You got to learn to resist the ACOB peer pressure.
Hive, I know there's $500 worth of shit that you haven't bought yet, and you got that tower, and I love you for getting it. There's still nothing like a day one.
Dude, I got the museum coming to me, man. Like,
oh
my god! But that's why I tell kids, man, do good in school, get a good job, then you buy all the Lego you want, man.
100%.
Those have started showing up at people's houses. Those museums, they shipped them early because they were afraid of stuff getting delayed.
No, they're afraid they were going to
Black
get
Friday
canceled.
Purchases.
Most boring modular of all times. I'm going on the record.
Lego was sending them early.
Yeah, so Lego shipped them out early. I was talking to the manager at the Lego store. Yeah, they sent the pre-order ones.
Yeah,
some of them arrived early as the 22nd, and a lot of people are going to be seeing them in the next
land members, man.
Greg's got his from London Bridge.
Yep.
Put on his Instagram.
Has it.
He might as well be land.
By the way, and I'm happy for anyone who's into it. I think that is the most boring modular they've ever made of all times.
Well, you know what? That modular thinks you're the most boring YouTuber of all time. What do you think about that?
The modular doesn't have 72 viewers right now. But
I've never owned
it is kind of a.
It's boring as shit. The color is boring. The shape of the building is boring. It's very unimaginative. I've seen it in people's cities. It's boring. It is boring.
Have you ever been to a museum? Museums sometimes can be boring.
No.
No, they're not.
Do whatever you want.
You're the science museum, not a history museum.
I don't know, guys. Does everybody disagree? Am I out to lunch?
I like the green. I'm a sucker for green. So
I don't want. Am I out to lunch? It's a boring modular. What do you think?
I've never owned modular, and out of all the ones I've seen come and go, the history museum's the one I actually want. So it's a bit of flavor for me.
There you go.
Plus, I'm a bit of a history nut, so I'm pretty boring like that.
I'm planning on getting one and girthing it.
What's that?
You love this set? It's not pressure. I mean, whatever.
I almost
the history
agree with
museum. No,
it's boring. I don't know.
I mean, when we got Avengers Towers and Sanctum Sanctorums, to buy. I mean, there's a lot of other buildings you can buy. The Home Alone house. I mean, buildings aren't in short supply anymore. You don't have just the one a year, the modular to get. I mean,
because I heard everybody hated the diner, and I'm like, that's one of the coolest ones ever. So it just shows I'm an odd duck. I'm like, I love the colors of it, but it just looks small. I think it is. What for me is it's who just called that out? Will Brick said it should have been 3 stories. I agree with that.
Yeah, but it's wider, so
But that's the thing is, yeah, it still should have been 3 stories. Like it does look small for what it's supposed to be. Like most
we're gonna pull it
museums,
up.
like
Let's
big
do it. We haven't
done
museums,
it.
I've seen
here
people's
yet.
cities, and I think it looks
Live
massive,
review.
dude. It looks
Live
huge.
review. Here we go. We'll pull it.
like that you have a
World's
diner
finest.
that's
It's at least
3
one
quarters
person
as
that
wide
says
as
boring.
that museum.
Well, the other reason I don't mind it not being 3 stories is because I like a little bit of, different high skyline in the city. You know what I mean? I don't like everything just to be 3 stories. So it's. But I will say it is sometimes some of the buildings are a little bit of a contrast to each other. As far as
Shy's got the right idea. You hate the new mod, and then you love it when it retires.
It looks like to me. It doesn't even look
I
like a
had this
museum. It looks like a
conversation with
courthouse.
Shy in person.
I think it looks sick.
So last year he bought the Jazz Club, and if you check our archives, you can see the video. He's like, I don't even like this, and I'm buying it. I'm like, you're gonna end up loving it.
No, and Moments of
look at
Magic.
this.
I
This
know
guy
wider
built
isn't
this.
always better, but this is only the second set that's been wider, so it's not like it's a common thing.
But here's the deal: like, look at this guy with his man bun. He built it, and he couldn't get away from it fast.
Well, he also doesn't have any Lego in his house either, so I don't take his
Zoom in on it.
review very seriously.
He couldn't get away from this set faster.
But it looks like a courthouse to me. It doesn't even look like a
I
museum.
agree. Yeah.
It's too small.
Like I should just redecorate it to make it look like the one in Back to the Future.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I could do this.
I tell you what, though, it's definitely not my favorite modular, and I agree with Rune. I think that most of them since the police station haven't been that great, honestly.
Now, hold on. Look at this. He's smiling at the surface, but if you look a little deeper here, he's like equal parts frustrated. Look at
It's
him.
like, man, I spent $300 on this
Yes.
thing.
That's the deadness in his eyes from living in that bunker.
Padawan 300. How many
He's
boxes of
living in a
boys could you have
bunker.
gotten?
Quite a few for that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
15 at least, right? You have a damn legion.
And we've already got 100 of them. I don't think I've got any room anymore.
Jesus.
I mean, there was a
We don't have the real
I
estate over here like you do over there.
I can think of at least 5 to 10 modulars I would have rather had than this. You know what I mean?
look at this is
But I
this
don't
is what
hate
makes it
it.
clear too. Everyone
That
was
boutique
saying
hotel. I like that.
look at the boutique. Everyone was like,
And look,
just-
it's almost 3 stories high, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it's that much
they-
smaller
so-
or anything.
put
So
it
if
next
it
to-
had been 3 stories instead of 2, then it would have been taller than everything else and really looked,
like
the
it was
part.
$300.
Yeah, so,
Remember
I
the
mean-
price increase too, guys. This wasn't cheaper.
But is
Or
this
the
going to be
same.
on sale? This is going to be on sale next year, no doubt.
The modulars never go heavy on clearance, though, do they?
20 off.
Like 20. Yeah.
It's,
I don't know,
it's
guys. I think it's
mean,
boring. I stick with it. I think it's boring. That's it. I'll get it.
How dare you?
I'll get it eventually. I'll get it.
Yeah, Rune, I hear you, man. That ketchup and mustard look. Yeah, they could have. I mean, I think they made it work, but yeah, I agree. It's not attractive. I don't know, man. They're all right.
I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade. If you got it, I'm happy for you. It's just boring.
Yeah. No, but you're right.
This one feels like a chore. I
Chip
don't
the
know.
card, Sean. Chip the card.
All right, here, live fire. Doing it right now.
This
What's
set
a
is the
G-dub?
opposite of any of those Ninjago City sets.
Exactly.
You know what?
Well, those are too wild. I think there's a happy medium. I've
You know what throws me
imposed
off, though,
my collecting rules.
Just like with Assembly Square, trying to fit this thing right into the city. You know what I mean? Because it's off. I mean, I make it work, but it's not like it's a regular base plate.
You got to put it next to Assembly Square. Then
Yeah.
you have three base plates total.
Oh well, I'm not sad, man. I'm on an ACOP stream. I can't be sad. Man.
I was going to say, it sounds like you might be returning it on Monday.
No, man. Look, it hasn't even gotten to me yet. I'm like, man, F this set. I like it a lot, dude. I do. I agree. It's definitely not the best they could have done. I would have much rather seen a numerous amount of other things, man. But
Thing is, for me,
Lego.
if you're not a city guy, as in you don't make a Lego City, I think this would look really nice on a shelf because of how centered it is. So that's
Mhm.
why I was thinking again, Nick, because on my shelves back here, I
Mm.
think just slotting that in, it would just look chef's kiss. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Like this. You could be this guy. You get a block of all right, block of wood.
He's put it in his garage. What's going on here?
oh my
Because
god,
it's where it belongs.
Old-fashioned
Block of
TV.
cork.
Look at him. He's not super happy. This guy. Married
a
guy.
piece of wood behind him.
Yeah.
Married.
Some driftwood.
What are you doing?
Jeez. He's looking at. He's about to ship that thing right out of his house.
It's already on the cart. It's ready to go.
Yeah, you guys
Slab
talk
of
about
concrete on 4 industrial wheels. Like, come
That-
on, man.
you guys talk about add to cart. Look at this. He's about to send that shit down the road. I'm telling you, it's so boring. He couldn't wait to get rid of it. Look at this.
He stole his coffee table from Moses with the stone tablets.
It's split in two.
Look at this. They couldn't even give him a Lego globe up there. I mean, what's going on? I don't know.
'Cause it's an adult. Adults
Anyways,
only
that's my
buy.
hot take. I think that's boring as shit. I'm gonna buy it because I have to, but still.
And I agree with Rune. Post office is definitely one of the ones that I was really kind of wanting. A post office or a school,
Hospital.
a library combination. Hospital's another good one.
Arcade's been rumored for
Arcade
years.
is definitely a big one, man. There was a couple other ones I had suggested in the past. People were like, "Nah, I wouldn't do that." I can't remember what it was. It wasn't a strip club or anything. It was
That's good.
So, Papa Trip, this
Adults
is what we
welcome.
were talking about earlier. That you gotta delay. Don't buy day one. Wait for that GWP, especially if you're buying at the Lego store or whatever. Wait. Don't ever buy full price Lego, please. Like, don't do it. There's got to be double points or a GWP or both, preferably,
I mean,
before you buy Lego.
You're gonna
Like,
wake up
wait
FPJ
for it.
out of his
FPJ
deep
is about to-
slumber.
he's
I
about
know
to
he's
get
gonna come
pissed.
through that window and stab me.
Talk about FPJ, dude. He's.
Uh-oh.
Let me see.
I,
If
don't, I got
he,
woke
5
the
kids. I
giants.
gotta save the money where I can.
he didn't text me. All right, good.
I can't. Man, if Lego, I swear, if they put out that modular gift for purchase,
They're going to Hive.
It is,
What do you
yeah.
I know, but then how can they call it the modular gift with purchase if you can't get it
They don't call
when
it
the
that.
modular
They
comes
don't.
out?
They
It's
just
the
say
AFOS
gift with
that call it
purchase that has a
modular
max.
gift with purchase.
Yeah, with a matching box. They're still getting rid of the pizza trucks from last year.
It's all AFOLs that force it to be linked in their head.
Man,
Of all of Hive's
I'm, like,
crazy
biting my
things,
tongue
he's,
so
he's
hard.
right about that.
Just return it. Return.
I will say Hive goes nuts about a lot of things, but that to me is one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen. Is the intentional 1 month later GWP for the damn modular? That's pretty.
It is
dirty.
a dick move.
It's a
dick
super
move.
dick move.
I mean, I was upset when they took away the calendar. Like that was one of the beginning.
I think the first year we're all like, like COVID shipping delays. We all made up like,
Yeah, I was like,
narrative.
okay, I get it. If you can't, I understand stuff's out of whack right now, man. You know,
But
what I
at the
mean?
same time, we're like, wait a minute, they can ship they can ship like a 3,000 piece set. That's no problem. But these little $200 cars, those shits are hard.
Don't even have real Lego boxes half the time. It's the yellow
Yeah.
outline with the paper.
and
Man, I love
yeah,
those boxes. Those boxes go hard.
So
What a
Rune, I
lightsaber.
wanted to add that I wasn't just mad about the modular give a purchase. I was upset about Blacktron coming out way later when the one set came out. The Forest Hideout came out way later than the Castle came out. Like,
Oh,
yeah, dude, they
you're
they
going into
ruined
the
my
lore
confidence.
here. I thought you were just talking modular. Good point.
Look, man, I understand because a lot of people when they debate me about this, they're like, "Oh, it's a business," you know what I mean? Like, make money. I get it, man, but like, there's still some. I feel like you still should have some ethics and principles for your customer, your fan base. You know what I mean? Like if you're a premium company, make money off your premium products, man. But don't pull all these dick moves, trying to make shady business stuff, man. Like and try and pull at our heartstrings and this and that, But
No, I'm with you.
you know,
Let's go around real quick. We talked about my one deal I've gotten. CPA, obviously one with the numbers, and the numbers are one with you at all times. Shout out to Rogue One. I'm starting to think it's a really mid Star Wars movie. We can get
Oh, we're ranking Star Wars
we're
movies
gonna
right
rank
now?
Star Wars to close it out.
Oh wait, to start the closeout.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What deals? Any steals and deals that you've gotten over the last few days or weeks or whatever?
Well,
Signature moves you've pulled with some of that sweet wedding money that's supposed to go towards your future.
fingers crossed that the guardianship comes in. I'm not hopeful. I did get the purchase in, but then I got the email kickback saying it was out of stock. So fingers crossed that one comes in. But I did get the
Hold
Lego
on, did it say out of stock or it says it's taking a little longer?
taking. They said it's currently
got the
not
same one.
available.
That's fine. Taking a little longer is usually okay.
Let's see.
Everyone's nodding. We know. Yeah.
Yeah. Status update on your Lego order.
I did get my castle, which see that one's not at yours is a little more risky because that set's been out for 100 years.
And it's
the castle
retiring.
they're not retiring. I know they're not retiring Lion Knights, so I'm okay on my back order. But I'm a little concerned about yours.
That was a good deal too, man, on that.
Thankfully, I did get it for $130 on Amazon, and I had a $100 gift card from work, so it was basically like really cheap, anyways. But I mean, if I can get this one for $95 and return that other one, it'll be smooth sailing. But
Lego math.
the Lego tall neck. I don't know if that one's been out for a while. I don't know if anyone here is a fan of that.
I love
it. Horizon. Oh, love it.
That's what I love about the tall neck. It sold out for 15
build.
minutes, and everyone's like, "This is a highly sought after set." No one bought it after that. Not one person.
One of the best figs they've ever made.
Yeah,
I agree with
100%. 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So getting that for what, 52, 54. I've been waiting for that deal for a long time. I'm glad I was able to finally jump on that.
All right.
So
Walter, what did you pick up? Did you pick up any steel? I know you got some stuff from the Lego store. Did you get any steals and deals in the online world or anywhere?
So we ended up finding all of the advent calendars for our kids at $20 a piece. So
Nice Walmart
that was pretty good. Yeah. So that was our score, because then usually we have one or two, and we got all 5 of the kids got their own this year, so they each get to have their own, and they got to choose. We got 2 Friends, 2 Marvel, 1 Star Wars, so everybody's happy with the things that they're getting out of the advent this year.
Nice. Padawan. I mean, I'm not trying to rub it in, but you took advantage. You already talked about it. You got those. You had to send people to America to get a deal, I think.
Yeah, so obviously I got like I think 5. So I got 5 of the fighter tanks from you for the $25. The Black Friday in Target or wherever it was. But these ones, 10 of these from $5 a piece.
Yeah,
so
man,
50 spent. 10 of these.
Really good one. I
King
would
of the
have
box of
stocked
boys
up on those.
I genuinely got probably about 60, 70 boxes of boys at the minute, just sitting in a box.
Oh God!
Not including the fighter tanks.
Man, I tell you, those cloners, man.
I love it.
But yeah.
Cody, get any action this week?
Yeah, I also grabbed the Guardian ship. I think I got it for 106.
Still
so more,
phenomenal.
but I'm so happy with that.
Oh yeah,
that's like an all timer. I think
it's huge. It's
huge. It's striking.
They're never going to make that again, especially not at that scale.
And that's one of those ones, Walter. We'll walk it back. When we say you get stuff on a deep deal, that's like one of those ones you can be proud of. You know what I mean? It's one thing to get like a couple of Minecrafts and whatever, and you're at 120. And you're like, I really rolled them. No,
even the stand that came with that is cool.
If you can get the Guardianship for in and around 100, dude, you rolled them. Like that is a good roll. That thing is massive. Like the figs are sick. You got those cute little uniforms on. I'm very mad I didn't get that. But again, I think I saw like one in person. The lowest I saw for 120, and I was like, we can do better. And by the time, to your point, CPA, I was over there ordering the Lion Knights, and I went back in to the pool, and I'm like, 95. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I was mad about that one. Some good ones. Hive, anything besides? I mean, I know you got your girthy boy over there, but is there any other steals and deals you got?
I picked up a handful of things actually, just from all kinds of various places, online and in person. Probably the best thing I think I might have got was I picked up Boba's Fett Throne Room for $50, so that was pretty nice. But I bought the tank, 187 box. Got a couple of those. Yeah, nothing too wild, but I definitely picked up a handful of stuff. I even bought a few things just as kind of an investment, maybe to grab onto, because I didn't know how long. I know they're retiring, like the Brickhead 5-pack, the Star Wars one. I picked that up. There's a couple other things. I think I'm still gonna go grab. I think Target still has some of those helmets on sale, so I think I might go pick up the Skywalker and then the Dark Trooper.
Got 2 more days.
Yep. I'm gonna get. I think Boosh is down to like 40 something. I'm gonna grab that.
There's been some good deals on a lot of those, and again, I might actually go online and check, and then do that Rakuten thing, man. Because I'm telling you, that's you gotta get all them deals you can. Dude, there was one thing, and yeah, like you were talking about earlier with Stud City, man. Because there was one thing where you can like use Rakuten, and then if you know, like there's a whole bunch of steps.
Daisy
and, like,
chain,
you
yep.
save so much money and get all kinds of gift purchases too. If you just know the right channels to go through, man.
No, 100%, dude.
Stuff.
I think, yeah. I mean, again, it's not to knock people that get stuff for cheap. Like if you're gonna part it out or whatever, it was something you're always interested in. Cool, but like don't lose sight of the prize, you know, and just fall for some of this stuff, man. Like,
yeah,
it's easy to get distracted, but it's like I wanted Lion Knights from the moment I saw the blurry ass picture that Falcon put up, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do it when the time is right. And the time was right. With a big stack of G-Dub. I think I got 3% because it's an exclusive. I got 3% on the Rakuten. Like I can live with that. I'm good. I'm at peace with that, you know. Like, but just getting it to get it because it's a good deal, man. I have to preach it to like everybody, including my wife, because she's like, but it's normally. I'm like, God, I'm a marketer, and I'm like, it's not normally that price. If it was that price, it'd be that price, you know. So. Some of it is smoke and mirrors, like, and we all get that.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on what you want, what your income is, and what the deal is, really. I mean,
yeah, even with high income, it doesn't matter, or low. It's like, just got to be able to see through this stuff.
Because some stuff, yeah, I'll buy if it's cheaper, but then some stuff I'm not buying. I don't care how cheap it is. I don't.
It needs to be like super established at a price for people to really jump. If they start doing half off switches, that'd be meaningful. But what they do is they usually pack them with a free game. You know who's best at promos of all time is Nintendo. It's not even close.
Really?
Nintendo is the king of holding their price.
Oh.
Of all companies ever, Nintendo is the best. I've never seen anyone better at it. If you notice, their console, I'm not saying never, because somebody will go like, blah, 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 blah. But I just saw what they were doing. I was like, oh, let's see what Nintendo's doing. They put out a bundle for this Q4 of their OLED Switch. It's $350. Normally you go in, you buy one for $350 because it's the OLED. It's better than the regular one. And all they did was add a digital copy, which is literally nothing to them, of Smash, which has been out for 4 years. And that thing is selling like an emmer effort. Because people in their heads are like, man, I'm getting a $50. But notice though that $350 did not move. And that thing's been out for 6 years. And I think the most they do is $20 off usually of a game, like ever. And everybody else, a game's been out 6 months and it might as well be free. They just try to move into DLC mode and sell you. Nintendo does it right. Like they really do. That's why I'm shocked that they allow Lego to hoe out Mario like that. It's crazy, man. It's like, let me get the $5.
Sorry, man. I just noticed that he's mentioned twice about the shirt that he made that I'm wearing. He was saying because it's in such good condition, you know, after I've had it for a while. But like the trick is, man, you got to wash them inside out.
Mm-hmm. Padawan's got one too. Padawan, you want to show off your shirt?
Box of boys, man.
Show off the sleeves.
Yeah, and the champion.
You got a champion.
Yeah.
A-Cob.
Oh, I forgot I had A-Cob on the sleeve too, man. That's hot.
So that one's gone or just about gone. There's going to be some new color. I'm hoping we get like a holiday color Padawan. You know, like a little.
I could do with a red one for Shock Troopers, just because red's my favorite color. That'd be like that.
So I want to show you guys. Anyone who's still around here, 76 in the chat. We got all our friends here. I want to show off a little something here. I'm working on something with Stud Lake too, but we'll save that. But let me just got a little teaser here. Which one do I show first? Let's show this. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That wasn't the desired effect. How do I remove us but not? Hold on, let's see. No. Damn it. Wait.
He's gone. Oh, we're all going.
Here we go.
Oh man, I'm not doing this right.
You trying to share your
Hollywood
screen
Squares.
or change the
No, I just
layout?
want to show an image, but not make it a freaking background. How do I do that? You know what I'm saying?
Probably
How do I do
just
that?
share your screen,
Should I do a overlay? Wait, would this?
or
do
you
it?
could do an overlay.
Okay, let's do an
There
overlay.
you go.
All right. Sorry, guys. Technical diffs. All right. All right, we'll do it this way. So we've been working on this thing with brick shell cases. I'm very excited about it. I want to show you guys a little tease. We'll have much more information soon. I'm getting the actual unit in my hands very soon. Just want to show this up there. So here you can see this case we're coming out. It's going to be limited to 66, boys. That's it. Only 66, especially on the first run. You know, we had to do it. You can see a couple boys in there, and then here's another shot there.
Ooh.
A little tease.
Crispy.
You recognize that logo in the background. Shout out to Sidious there.
Mm.
And by the way, it's going to hold more than 2 or 4 boys here.
Oh,
You
this
see the collabo there. ACOB, brick shell. This thing, dude, I can't wait to show you guys the full thing. I just had to give you a little sniff, a little teaser.
Looks sleek.
But you
Yeah,
can
it looks
see
good.
right here, man, we went with the tried and true black and gold in the background there with the box of boys. See that up there?
I like that.
It's going to be, whew.
That on the t-shirt as well would be pretty naughty.
Well,
It's that 18 plus adult is welcome box art.
that's right. You only go 18 plus. Price range? Again, I can't help but be honest. It really pisses me off. I wish I could be like a bigger liar. When we put these out, it's like really honestly a break-even proposition. We just want to put these out for you guys, and like hopefully you guys get them, because I think it's going to be really cool. Like, and there's going to be 66 of them. That's it.
Obviously.
That's it. And if it works, I will make more, but not like that. That one is a 1 of 1 of 66. But my point is like that exact design will never come out again. And wait till you guys see it in its entirety. I gave you a little snippet. It's going to be so sick. Can't wait.
I imagine you've got number 1 on lock.
I do not.
Sean?
I love that you did that.
Okay.
And I swear I didn't feed you that line. What you saw was number 2. That's the one that's going to be delivered to my house. I want number 2. I don't want 1. I don't want 66. I want somebody in the Girth gang to get that. It's going to be a mad dash. So we'll see who gets it. It will be randomized. Or we might do an auction with one of them for like a charity. We haven't figured it out yet. But everything will be randomized. I'm not even getting 1 or 66. So
It's cool.
So when can you expect this drop?
Padawan's like, you will be aware. Friends and fam will get the first invite. Padawan, you'll be on the list. But
Oh, lovely.
I'm thinking a good deal of the 66 will be gone before we put them on for the general public. The Girth gang, of course. But yeah, I would say days. We need to
Lovely.
review it, a couple things, but they're moving very quickly. Brickshell, great partner. Fantastic. Can't wait. And I'm not a big shill for anyone else but like our shit. That thing is awesome, and I can't wait to show it to everybody. It's really cool. Gary
Looking
saw
forward to it.
and I can't wait to see what people do with it, man. Like what you saw in there is boys that are on the shelves now. I mean, Padawan's got stacks of them, but I can't wait to see and what people are going to do with it, and what different boys are going to put in and why and all that stuff. It's going to be really cool. What do we got? Reviewing here. So we'll hold a total. I was double checking. It'll hold a total of 12 boys in there.
Ooh.
First one. So it's not gonna be some crazy ass high price thing. Do we want it? Do we want to get in that world? And you should at some point. Yes, they have the ones that hold. I don't know. I'm a bad partner, but 140, whatever. Like they have that. But this one's gonna be 12. You pick your 12 best boys and you put them forward. Now you can do all 5 first. You get a little rainbow collage going. Whatever you want to do. Named name troopers, you could do that too.
Is this a podium option or a wall mount option?
It's a podium option. Yep. It's going to be really cool. I'm excited. Nobody's doing anything like, and I'm not trying to toot horns, but like what we're going to do with this, nobody's ever done. That's why I wanted to do it. This isn't some like integration and some promotion and some soulless little like, here's the thing I'm working with. No, like we worked very closely to make this happen. So I'm excited. So yeah, put some old expensive boys in there. I agree. Or just a whole freaking, I don't know, put a bunch of 501st. That's what's so cool, man. People can do whatever they want. So I love it. Or all of them being auctioned. Nope. We might do one or 66 or both of those. We might do something special for, because I know those are the ones people are after. And if the guys, myself and Brent, are not laying claim to those, we're gonna make it a little bit of an event to acquire, those if people are into numbered stuff. Hive, did you see the reveal, sir?
No.
What's the matter with you?
I had a Avengers Tower mine. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's unexpected, but awesome.
All right, I'll stop being emotional, but I'm very excited about it.
Surprised to be sure about a welcome one.
Yeah, and like you said, the
Beat me
logo
to it.
did, and just the presentation, man, it's extremely beautiful and professional looking.
Thank you. I'm a psycho about those things.
You
Some of
cloners,
the
man,
details.
you guys are so funny.
I'm not even a real clone. I mean, like, I like clones as much as the next guy, but
You put snow boys in there, right?
Put snow boys in there. They're still boys. Boys will be boys. That's what they say. 12 slot. It could be 3 complete boxes of boys. Now, Padawan, you're over there scratching yourself feverishly. What if you had 12 to put in? Like, what's your strategy right now? Are you
He's trying to figure out how to buy all 66 of them.
Well, no. So
Put the
personally,
bots out.
weirdly, if I could pick a number, it'd be 33 because I'm a big Formula One guy, and
All right.
Max Verstappen's number is 33. So weirdly, I'd have that if I had a choice. But no, I would probably put all the different variations of stormtroopers I've got in it, to be honest, because I'm an OT.
Stormies.
I'm an OT guy, and I like Stormies more than anything. And I have a few Stormies signed by different people who have featured in films and this, that, and the other. So
Cool.
I'd probably stick that in. Then one of my favorite ones is I got a First Order Trooper. And I'm not a sequel guy, but I got a First Order Trooper signed by the first ever female Stormtrooper ever.
Nice.
So
I love the design of the First Order Trooper helmets, man.
I think those are
black
some of the
going down
best
and everything.
ones.
They're cheap too. They're very cheap.
I mean, no matter how we feel, or whoever feels about the sequels and stuff, man, you can't deny there was a lot of awesome designs. Definitely some cool Lego sets and stuff. You know what I mean?
I have to shout out real quick because he's been in here and you guys have seen the shirt. You guys saw a little taste of the case. Stud Sidious, man, dude, his art on there, it's gonna be really cool. So
Yeah,
shout out
he
to
makes
Sid.
some awesome shirts.
There's some good stuff, and like what you saw was simplistic, but that's what I wanted. I wanted like tasteful, elegant. You could put splashy colors and stuff, but I want your boys to kind of shine through. But I still want to have a little bit of the ACOB hit in there, and that's why we did it the way we did it. So I'm really excited to see the reaction. I hope we blow through the 66.
I feel like you will.
I'm
Yeah,
not
100%.
45 years old, and like that's not too long from now. Shit, hawking these things. Like, you guys want to buy one of these? I think they'll move. Like, I definitely want to put one Ray in there. I mean, that's just And yeah, 66 was strategic. Of course, we did 66, but it was like I wanted to make it limited, but not like too limited to where there was 10 of them. But also, I'm not going to make a couple hundred of them right off the rip. We want to see if it works, and if it does, much more to follow for sure.
Yeah, test the market.
Test the market. But mainly, like I've been outspoken. All of you guys are familiar with us and what we do, and I know people hate it, but I love when shit's super limited, man. It just gives me a fucking boner, man. It's like I love that. But being limited in and of itself is not always gonna drive sales. I think when people say something's limited edition and it's hollow, like it doesn't mean anything to me. But when you know it's like super limited edition and we're all buddies. It's like a buddy of yours worked on something, or it's got a really cool lore to it like this. Like that's what drives me. So I want to do that for you guys. Like this is going to be a very small, intimate, whatever release, and like I don't know, man. I'm stoked on it. And again, even if I have to sit on all of them but 1 in 66, that's fine. I'll stack them with boys.
I don't think you're gonna have that problem.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna move.
Sean, were you hell yeah, man? I vape constantly. What show are you watching? Great train, especially when I'm having
Man.
beers. Are you kidding me?
He thought he got you good.
I know. I'm like, he's asked like 6 times.
caught-
Art, Jesus Christ. Orion. Here, right here.
It's all smoke and mirrors, man.
I'll smoke in a mirror. I don't care.
So did I hear you correctly when you said that there was only going to be 66 of them?
That's right, brother.
Boy.
That's
I'm
less
really
than 5%,
pissing you off. Look at
5% of
this.
viewership.
Hive, look at this, man. This is it. I'm pulling a Lego, dude. I'm trying to be a real scumbag.
Oh no! If it was Lego, you would be putting out like 1,500 of them at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be on here every week going. I'd be on here every week going 40% off.
Yeah, dude, those things sell like hotcakes.
We'll have. We're not really inside. We'd have like outsider points. I'll give you 100 outsider points.
Well, you're getting a gift of purchase right now, so.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
GWP comes up front with us.
2 weeks after release.
Day one. We got a lot of FP. This I hope it's only FPJ. Guys are wondering about the price. Again, I'm honest. I think it's like 60-ish. And the only reason why I know it's high, but think about it. I think it's 40 for Lego's case in the similar size. This is $20 more, and it's a way higher quality. It's all the way you put your figs in, you slap the magnets on there. It's like so awesome.
Fill it up with phase 2 Rexes, and $60 is nothing.
Yeah, so you guys know it's not going to be. I'm not, this is going to be outrageous, but it's not also going to be cheap because we're not making 1,000. If we get to a point where we're fortunate enough to make 1,000 of something, then yes, you know how that works. It'll come down, but this one is going to be a little bit rich, I would say, but nothing outrageous. Sidious just listed the ACOB champion shirts. Wax pens is better plug and play. Oh, you're talking like tape tech? Oh. Turn into real shills here, Sidious. Box of Boys shirt down in there. All right. I don't know, guys. I'm not saying we have to like rush out, but is there anything else anybody wants to cover? I feel like we've been around the world here.
All I know is that modular gift bid purchase better come out January 1st.
Oh man.
Man, I can't believe more people are upset about that, man. Like it feels like I'm up here talking about like Bigfoot or something. Like nobody knows what I'm talking
They've
about.
been doing it for a while.
Like, it
They
doesn't
have
exist
been
or
doing it for a
something.
while.
I mean, I know I'm a little extra and I have no chill, you know what I mean? But I'm like, nobody else is saying anything about this stuff. Like, especially people in LAN. I'm like, what, do you guys not care? Like, what's going on?
Well, the people in LAN already got it free to review.
Yeah.
Why would they care?
Yeah.
I know.
Real quick, not to go back to my pictures too much. I'm so mad at myself, CPA. Because I should have made them fucking blurry. I'm so mad at myself.
Oh, what?
Add some like shaky.
I should have.
shaky something to it.
We should have we should have put a filter on there so you could barely see what's going on.
You know what you should do is make the stream members only. So only members can see what it looks like.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, I know it kind of cuts into some of the views, but
What if I want people to see them?
Well, then you need to not do a members only stream. Dude, that is hot though, man.
Star Wars figs in the cases. Nah, man, you can put whatever you want in there. You can put your boys. You could put, you know what? You could even put your friends' girls in there. That's right. Moments has more friends' girls of anybody I've ever met. He's building his daughter. I think it's the coolest thing. He's building her own friend city, and that's awesome.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
If you want to listen, if this works, I'll put a box of CPAs out there. Listen.
Now you have my attention.
Box of FPJs. I mean, we could do whatever. Wait, what? He already posted it? Somebody said
Already
that's a
screeched.
Falcon. Now, that would be funny if Falcon covered this stupid thing.
That's when you know you've made it. If Falcon's covering your drop.
Well, me and Cody are also working on something else that might, be interesting to a lot of people.
We could have Falcon leak that one,
You could have
later down
Falcon
the
like
line.
that one. It's gonna be good. I just want to say, all roads lead to Brick World. There's so many cool ideas swirling around right now. Holy shit!
Dude, I can't believe this 2024 is going to be bigger than 2023. Because 2023 was mad. It's mad crazy.
Tip of the iceberg.
It's going to be great to see faces again that met like Walt and stuff, and then see new faces I haven't met yet. And so
Ready,
fun.
baby. Ready.
We go get some pancakes again, Sean.
Hell yes. Day one. I think day one pancakes with the hive.
Dude, we got to go back to that place and eat some
This
pancakes.
is fantastic.
I'm truly jelly. Truly jelly.
Well,
Oh man,
I'm gonna aim for 25. I'm quite busy next year, so that's why I was actually gonna. And then Sam was like, "Get fucked," basically. So I'm going for 20. So 25 is I'm aiming. To
dude,
be
it's
at
such
Brick World.
a great experience, man. Not just for the Lego, but just hanging out all week,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
All the
I
stuff
hope
that we
we've
do
gotten that
behind the
across. I
scenes.
really hope we've gotten that across.
I think if anybody watched anybody's vlog, man, they would have
Mhm.
seen it, man. Everything from the foosball tournament to the medieval castle stuff that we did. I mean, just hanging out, Ryan's shack, so whatever.
Oh my God. Padawan, do you want a spoiler, Padawan, or no?
Go on, man.
He's back, dude. He did come back.
What?
CM Punk back to WWE.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Right. Bye. See you there.
Later. All right.
Cool.
Actually,
That's
Padawan,
cool.
before you roll, because I know it's late anyway.
No, I'm up all right. Don't
I know, but I want to show why you're legendary real quick. This was
Oh, here we go. She
Wait.
said, she specifically said, if you do it me tonight, you're dead. So,
no. Wait, did we make a short of it? No, we made a video.
so there's one on mine, and you made one as well.
Okay. All right, here we go. All right, I want to show for those of you that are unaware. Maybe there's some newcomers here, but this is why Padawan is so legendary around these.
I'm gonna dip right before you show it. So it was good talking to you guys.
All right, CPA,
I'll be
did you
hanging out
see
in
the
chat.
video of him waking up?
Oh
his
yeah,
wife?
no, yeah, I was there. That was amazing.
All right, love you, brother. Good.
See you
to
guys. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you all.
Bro.
See you, man. Take it easy.
All right. I love this thing. It's so good. Can you guys hear audio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I remember this. It was so funny. I watched it twice.
I just thought I'd let you know. 30% off, darling.
I know. Did she say what the f-? Like what she?
Probably.
All right, let's.
All
right,
dude,
let's
she's
really try to
probably-
focus on Padawan. And you're there. Did she say anything right there? Let's listen back. He's very considerate, but
Oh my god.
Boxes of boys are 30% off. I just thought I'd let you know. 30% off, darling.
The darling's the best part.
how does that F off?
No, the other part was it sounded like
Oh my god.
Was there like a little smoochy woo in there too?
Wait, hold
You
on.
guys
Was there
hear
a smooch in there,
You
Padawan?
guys hear it? Okay.
Was
So,
it
Padawan,
yeah, she
right
right
was
now
back.
opening?
She
Padawan,
turned around.
Did she
Oh
maybe
my
think? Hold on. Did she think of? Did she think you were waking her up to like kind of do the deal, and then you?
Dude, if I said that, yeah.
All right, guys. Ears open. Max the volume. I can't turn him up on my end, guys. So you have to max your own thing. Sorry. Was there a smooch? Did she in fact say at this thing? Hey, let's go.
The confidence. It's so good.
Boxes of boys are 30% off. I just thought I'd let you know. 30% off, darling.
It's one of those things, dude.
That is how it played out. There.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Padawan.
Oh man, it's just one of those things. It's like there's a thing on was it Reddit? It's like gets funnier every time. Like this thing is
We do give each other some shit.
oh my god,
We do.
so good.
And she's so good for taking it.
Yeah, if I
Well, I
wake
saw her
up
smiling
that,
next
man,
morning.
they better
So
be
she-
free.
so Padawan, to be
pretty
clear-
weird off, man.
Padawan, we're all joking around. She obviously didn't leave you. What was it? But
Still
give us seriously. Like next morning, did she remember? Did you bring it up to her? Like, walk me through the next morning. What exactly happened on that?
So I'm pretty sure I had the day off. So in the morning she left. How I know she might have been annoyed is before she leaves, she always wakes me up to say goodbye, and then she goes to work. She didn't. She just left me high and dry and went to work. So then I went and was like, right, okay, let's ease this in. So I went and got her a favorite Starbucks. I turned up to her work. I said, I'm outside, calm down. And then that's when on my video, I basically filmed her, and then it kind of cut. It kind of cut the tension straight away because she obviously didn't want to look like a bitch on camera. So it automatically cut the tension. So it got over it pretty quickly, but that was my way of easing it in.
All right,
I
so
don't know, to make up, you should have actually got her a box of boys for 30% off, dude, with a bow on it.
Well, I think the constant reminder every day of walking in this room and seeing like 100 of like 50 of them stacked up against the wall, I think is all right. I think that's enough for her.
yeah, it's funny. Well, I think she's been a good sport, obviously.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
So I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry, not sorry, because it created a really funny moment. But thank you for doing that.
I showed her back the video. I showed her back the stream on Replay Gang, and she was like mortified / found it quite funny.
Okay, good. Well, I mean, it's not like, anyway. If you would like put all the lights on and all, I could definitely see a girl get mad about that. But because it was like dark, because they always worry about what they look like and what other,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but it was very, like it was a little bit cheeky, as you would say. It wasn't crazy. I don't think that was out of hand.
And then she made me buy the Alpine Lodge, so she was winning anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's fun. All right, boys. Well, we're at 2 hours. Look, I thought we'd jump on, say some things. I missed doing this this week. I was at a commish, but I want to thank everyone for jumping in and not making me do this by myself. I was prepared to like read comments and just say things, but I'm glad you guys all jumped in.
Anytime.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, 100%.
Thanks for letting me jump in.
Debut, Cody's debut, Hivester. Good to see you again, man.
Appreciate it.
Hive, your videos tomorrow. You got the best show going. Good morning, Brickroll. What's happening tomorrow? What's happening?
It's the end of the month, so just kind of random, and it's member giveaway time. So we, I don't know. We might have an announcement, but it might wait till the next Sunday. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So
Is it a major announcement?
yeah, kind of.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Is it? You guys are going to broadcast live from Brickworld this year?
Man, if you think I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you, dude.
Not on camera, you want?
No, we got a new. We're not replacing anybody, but we got a new host. So
a
new co-host. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
So you might announce the name or the fact that you're going to have a co-host.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to announce anything yet until we
All right.
have a final meeting together, but I'm pretty sure everything's good to go.
I'm going to delete this video.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I've already messaged everybody. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to give away who it is.
Yeah. So guys, check out the Hivester there. Check out Stud Lakes. Let's check out Padawan. Check out Walter, the newest YouTuber, it seems, of the gang here. Very exciting to see his journey play out. And
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, this is fun. I can't tell you, I can't promise when we'll have another GWP. We've only had 2 ever, but I'd like to do one again. It's fun. I like having to come in unprepared. I'm usually very on point with the topics, but I like just chilling with the boys sometimes. It's good.
The best things are unplanned, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's when all hell breaks loose. I mean, that thing with you, man, we were doing something completely. Oh, what was it? We were starting the show, and
and then your side went on 40% off. Was it?
Somebody in the chat said they got $11 boys.
Yeah.
and then it all just spiraled.
By the way, you got all your orders cancelled, didn't you? So you got 1 or 2 or whatever.
I ordered it was 4 or 5. I ordered 2 orders of 4 or 5. And then they would only honor 1. So I got 2 sets, and I think I was supposed to get 8 or 10, I forget. But yeah. Because I only needed 8 or so to finish the AT-AT, whatever that was.
Yeah.
So because I messed up, I ended up getting more. So I'm wondering, like, if you did 30 orders of 30, would you still get 30 of them? I don't know.
Just to make you feel better, ours was 33% off, so it was slightly more expensive. But I ordered 8, and I got 8. So
CPA gets.
There was no issues this side.
CPA started the dominoes. Okay, there you go.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Derek got 7, and I did hear if you call and you bitch, you could have got more, but I was like, I don't know. I'm not dealing with that.
That sounds like hassle, though, doesn't it? It's like
over $3. I was like
the extra effort.
Yeah, Amazon customer care. If you can get through the gauntlet of like clicking the right thing to get an actual person, it's like I'll do that over a couch or something. But and I love boxes of boys. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not doing that over a box of boys. You know,
the only other time I've had to do it was I think Sam ordered me a Christmas present, which was Optimus Prime and Icon's Optimus Prime, and it came destroyed. And I just was fuming. Went on Amazon, and they refunded me the whole money and let me keep the set. So I was like, quids in.
That's a dub.
Big
time dub there.
That's the only time I've had a real issue.
What's that? Oh, with that, yeah.
Yeah. With like Amazon.
I honestly thought they just jumped the gun on a Black Friday deal, but apparently we haven't seen them for 11, like on Amazon. So who knows?
We had them back at 11 again last week.
Nice.
But I didn't buy any because I've already got like 30 of them. So.
Well, we got those deluxe boys coming out in January, so there you go.
Oh, I'm so excited! I'm going to buy so many.
You guys to pay attention to this beat. Something cool's coming
Dude,
soon.
I was shaking my ass earlier, man, when you were playing this. I was like up there, like, yeah.
Something really cool's happening with this beat soon. Don't worry about it. All right. So for CPA who left us, he's got things to do. He's got turtlenecks to roll up that luxurious neck. For the Hivester for jumping right in here. For Stud Lake, Cody, for Walter, a novice creator. Padawan HQ, making his big debut from across the pond. Hashtagging that box of boys. This has been Sean the Right Way. It's a little fun little show. It wasn't a normal ACOP thing. No. It's a GWP. I think it was a good GWP. You know, there's shitty GWP. I think it was a good GWP. Oh my. We will see you boys very soon. Get those deals. Spend responsibly. Get what you always wanted to get. Get a little cheaper. Don't go buying a bunch of Ninjago and friend shit. All right? Don't fair. Unless you're into those things. There's nothing wrong with that. Just want to be clear. See you right here very, very soon. Peace.
Peace out.